I didn't jump in sooner, but in my other campaign, we had found a deck of many things. And we were all pulling cards.
Oh
Nice.
Lord.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I got the ring card, so I got a ring of shooting stars, which is pretty awesome. One person has pulled two, got their int reduced by two, and then got the sun card where they like gain a level, but since our DM doesn't do levels, they got a free feat instead.
Mm.
One person pulled the card where all their ability scores are increased by one, and then another person pulled, I guess, the tree card, so now they're completely covered in scales, which is more thematic, and they're vulnerable to fire.
Yeah.
Great.
Nice.
How many cards do you have left in the deck?
This deck has 66 cards,
Oh
more
wow,
than
that's a
normal.
fat deck of many things.
Yeah. So we would have 62 left. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be crazy. I foresee us pulling cards regularly. I probably won't, but they will, and I'll just laugh.
I will
I
be
got
right back.
lucky with the ring. I don't want to push my luck anymore, especially since some of the better ones are getting pulled right now.
Yeah, so far you've had all relatively good things other than the int loss.
Yeah, yeah.
And, and that's not even a bad thing in the deck of many things.
Yeah, and honestly, it was for the barbarian, so it wasn't a loss anyway because their int was already 9. So I mean,
He, he just
big
has to
deal.
speak in a little more broken English.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, I hope we're going to get to a hospital soon, or I'm going to be rolling a new character. I'm not looking hot.
I'm sure we will. It'll be fine.
I have 5 stat points to lose.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it's a good thing we're not in the middle of combat.
And running, fleeing for our lives, or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be fine. It'll
We'll
be
be
fine.
totally fine.
Right. Apologies. Uh, yeah. How's everybody doing? Besides pulling cards from the deck of many things.
Good. My vacation in Florida was great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, how did it go?
It was great. We had a beach day, and then where we were staying had a community pool. So one morning, me and the hubby went to the pool. I spent that time in the hot tub, which was great.
There you go.
And just generally relaxed. It was a good time.
Right on. Let's see.
That's when I realized I was old. When I went to the pool and said, "Nah, I'm just going to go sit in the hot tub."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see. Should we roll some d6s? Some 2d6s to be precise? Everyone except Doom.
I was gonna say my recap would be a little short.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8.
I have an 8.
Oh, 2 8s.
I got a 6.
Ah,
Oh.
you lose. What
All
happened last
right.
time?
Okay. Thankfully, I take notes, or else this is really bad. Okay, so since the crash happened, we check in with each other, assessing damage. Briar is found, but there's a lot of blood in his vac suit, and the ship has no power. Gino gets Briar into medbay, and we all make it to the power plant of the ship to try to get some power to the ship to check on the outside. It's then that we learn that the sensors were ripped off the ship when we get about an hour or two of power from the power station we were working on, and Kirsch passed away, with Ace getting stuck out into space. Sucked out. I don't know why I said stuck. Mara digs a grave for Kirsch, to which we give her a shovel to help her, and we go back to the ship, check the weapons locker to see what's there, and everything that we had, or at least the big things that we wanted, are still in there. And then we start to scout around for water. We use the specimen jars from Medbay to get about 8 days of water for the ship. When we get back, Mara has finished putting Kirsch in the ground in his grave. Gino goes to Mara as Jinx does the Varger funeral rites for Kirsch when we get there. Lexian finally tells Jinx what happened to the ship. She pretty much says that it's in the past and can't change it now, just have to deal with the consequences. She asks if he wants to join Gino and her to karaoke in Kirsch's memory. And he just says he has watch and goes outside. Jinx will try karaoke even though the machine isn't there, as Mara will also stay outside. After first watch, Gino goes outside. Alexian tells him to go back in, that he'll take the second watch. Gino sits next to him and they talk about life and things. It's decided Lexian will sleep. The only time Lexian will sleep is when he is locked up or handcuffed to something. They agree on it. Lexian gets handcuffed to a bed, going to sleep while Gino tells Jinx about that little thing. He says it should be okay, and Jinx doesn't see anything. The next morning, Gino checks on Briar and Lexian, who seems to be doing well, while Jinx checks on Mara, who hasn't left Kirsch's side. Talking to her, it seems like she's going to just stay by his grave. Telling her that she could talk to us if she needs it, Jinx checks in with Gino, and they make a plan to take the laser transceiver to the highest point they could find, but Gino wants to stay behind since he's still not feeling well. Lexian agrees to go with her, and they're off to try to find a place. It takes about 5 hours to get to the mountain that they found, which they assume is the highest place. We pack up camping supplies and extra items we might need in case we get caught, and then head out, since it will take 5 hours to get to the actual thing. Jinx talks to Lexian along the way and says that he can talk to them about the issues he has and make sure that he's okay getting tied up to sleep. He says yes just to be safe. She offers sparring in case he needs to release some tension and to keep him busy. He says maybe when they set up camp, and mutters thanks as we keep walking, which is very nice. Back on the ship, Gino checks in on Mara, and she's exploring the crash site, finding some weird silver substance under some metal from the ship. Gino collects it, checks it with the Geiger counter, which shows no radioactivity, and brings it back to the ship to try to figure out what it is. Gino then suggests to look around the crash site more, grabbing a shovel so he can continue looking. They search. Gino finds footprints that seem to walk away from the ship into the valley, but once it leaves the soft ground, there are no more footprints. It's not Mara or Gino's prints, so they investigate. As it goes back to Jinx and Lexian, Lexian is able to see a clear-cut area of forest with a transmission tower and other things in it. Since Lexian took his time with it, we camp up at the top of the mountain and check on everything tomorrow morning, or just tomorrow in general. Back to Gino and Mara, they pick up on the tracks. They were made by someone either extremely fast or tall because the space between footsteps is weird. Jinx and Gino set up camp. Lexian takes first watch. Gino and Mara make it back to the ship. And then once everybody joins back up at the ship, we figure out the area we need to go to, and we head that way. The clear-cut forest area is the area we're talking about. and it takes 2 days to get there. On the second day, we walk close by, and people run up to see us with weapons out and looking around. If I wrote this down correctly, it was one Vargar and one human. They rush us into their little area, and we see 3 more people in a different room as we tell them what was going on with us. They say we're in the new islands in the Glore system, 30 to 40 parsecs from where we were. They're scheduled for a supplies delivery tomorrow, so we might be able to leave on that. They're out of power, so Gino and Lexian try to help with that while Jinx looks over the drones. The systems are too
Yeah.
fried to what?
Just sorry, just to jump in. I got
Yes.
the like system you were in wrong. You are in the Saint Genevieve, which is in the old
Saint
islands.
Genevieve.
Yeah, I'll type
Okay.
in the chat.
Saint
Genevieve.
Genevieve system.
Yeah. In the old islands. Subsector.
In the old islands, got it.
Mm-hmm.
That
was my bad.
That's okay. The systems are too fried to really help, but we can at least help them keep monsters at bay, since there are monsters here. The ones who can't help fighting hide while we post at the windows as these monsters they told us about start coming to us. They're going after the generators and batteries, and it turns out some of them are smart and could lead the rest of the horde here. Briar tells us to run while he distracts them. He throws out a bomb to get their attention, and we all run away, ending the session. So, yes, we are on a high speed chase away from monsters.
You're moving your lips, but no words are coming out.
Yes.
How about now?
Look,
There you go.
yes.
Anybody else have anything to add? Yeah.
I think that covers it.
Alrighty. In that case, yeah, we will pick up. That was the last time on the Adventures of the Former Pirates of Drinax. We saw all that. The camera, went dark as you guys were running away. I think did Gino fall and Lexian picked him up and like kind of helped him keep running?
Yes.
As 3 of the other people at this station were overrun by these bug creatures and torn to pieces. So it's the 4 of you, one that Vargar guy, and then another guy from the crew. And the last we saw of, like you said, Briar, he was throwing grenades and running around, making a big hullabaloo. I think we pick up as the sun kind of like a shot of the sun coming up over the mountain range that you guys had crossed the day before. And the 6 of you? The 6 of you are kind of huddled up in a small kind of defensible position. Maybe some large rocks around you so that they can't kind of crawl up on top of you. They'd have to come through one way. But luckily, you made it through the rest of the night, and the morning has come. As the Vargar and human, whose name I forgot. Characters. Hambly. Okay. They should be heading back to their holes now, wherever they call home. They don't like the light. We should head back.
Are you sure it's okay?
Yeah, they've never bothered us a day before. Or in the light.
Well, let's get back. Anxious to see if Briar made it through the night.
All right. So yeah, you pick up and other way. Can I undo? There we go. You head back, and the first sight first sight you see is the sort of mutilated corpses of these 3 individuals, or what's left of them. but there are no bug corpses or live bugs anywhere around. You can see tons of places in the ground that have been dug up with claws and pincers and exposed cabling that's been chewed on and destroyed, but no sight of bugs and no sight of Briar.
You say no sight. Have we looked around yet, or is that just coming up on the scene? No sight.
Coming up on the scene, at least, yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously those three didn't make it.
And Hambly stops to look at the his crew and has a silent moment with them as you guys go on.
Well, we want to fan out, see if we can find Briar.
Yeah.
Lexion will head this direction where he last saw or heard Briar.
Okay.
I'll make my way back into this building, the original we were in.
Yeah. Will you guys give me? Oop, I need to pull the
Recon?
character sheet. Yeah. There's not like an investigate check, is there?
There is an investigate.
I'll take either, I guess. With int.
Well, I'll do recon since I have a 0 in that.
I have an 11.
I also have an 11. That is
Nice. Let's see, Lexian, over here, you do find some blood. That looks like it was started on top of one of these large reactors and then kind of worked its way down. Not like an insane amount, not like somebody has bled out to death, but enough where somebody had a pretty decent wound. And you do find kind of drip droplets and tracks that you could follow. They seem to lead kind of like, let's see if I could do. Yeah, they seem to lead almost like around this way. Oh, that's a bad arrow. There we go.
guys, I have a blood trail over here. I don't know if anybody can hear me.
You'd have to shout.
Okay.
Oh, you also have your comms, huh? Is that what you're gonna
Yeah, the
say?
comms. Yeah. Hey, I'll use the
Okay.
comms.
Well, do you have one? Who is it that doesn't have one? Briar.
Briar didn't
Briar
have
was
one.
the one that didn't have one.
Okay. Okay.
I will come to the spot that he suggests.
Yeah, same.
There's a blood trail. It kind of starts here on this thing, and then it goes around the buildings here.
Maybe he got into one of the buildings for shelter then.
Maybe. Then just gonna.
As we're walking by these windows in these buildings, are any of them like busted out?
All three of them are busted out, but the building in the middle, you notice that like paneling or something has been like put over it, kind of haphazardly.
Maybe we check that middle one. It looks like somebody tried to barricade it afterwards.
All right. Lexion will just keep walking around.
Yeah.
And then he'll get to the door here and he'll try and open it.
It is like either crunched shut or somehow like mechanically blocked from opening. Do you want to go for it?
Maybe we take that big chunk in arm of yours, Lexi, and put it through that wood on the window.
We could do that. I'll walk around and
Yeah.
use strength of 15 to put a hole through the.
Yeah, we give you an athletics strength check with your strength, and you can take your 15.
So that is a 7 plus 1, 8.
8. Yeah, you kind of reach up and you're able to kind of like take some of the paneling from the inside and pull it out. And as light shines into this building that had been mostly blotted out by all the covering, you see two people in there. You see Briar and you see Lemuel. And they both kind of look, and Lemuel's like, "Oh, jeez, I'm glad to see you guys."
Briar
Ace?
and Lemmy's in here.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he kind of goes to climb out the window. Imagine Briar probably goes with him.
How's Briar looking as he comes out?
Actually, not bad. Like a little bit more. Like he kind of hops out of the window and plops down with a little bit more like grace ish than you would have expected.
Um,
His pants, one of his pant legs is like tattered and red.
you guys seem to be doing all right. Happened.
Well, I heard you screaming and yelling, and I saw as I was coming like throughout the woods, I saw that Briar was getting just like uh, eaten alive by these things. Well, not eaten alive, but like he was gonna be eaten alive by these like bug-like creatures, and so I grabbed him and we made our way into that building there and just held out.
Not that I'm not glad to see you, Ace, but how are you alive in the first place? You got sucked out of the ship.
Well, when the ship was crashing, I got flung out, and luckily, Doctor Jolly, was able to give me some pretty good augmentations. So while the fall was rough, but I managed to get out of it or make it out, and I was kind of a little disoriented, so I just started walking.
Well, after everything that's happened to you guys, how about I give you guys a once over? Just look things over, make sure everything's okay.
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Where are you gonna do that?
Um, we'll go back in the big building where there's
Okay,
the most room and some place good to sit them down and stuff.
gotcha. Yeah, on the couches
Yeah.
or something.
All right.
Who you gonna look over first?
I'll start with Briar.
Okay. Yeah. Give me your meta check. Into education.
And that will be an 11.
Nice. Yeah, looking over Briar, he is like it's kind of surprising. He's better than when you saw him last. Like you did a really good job keeping him alive, but it seems like bones that he had that were broken and wounds have begun to mend pretty rapidly. You even like pull up open his pant leg where it looks like a claw had like slashed through and slashed into it, and while the pant leg itself is soaked with blood, you can see the like tissue on that wound already starting to knit itself back together.
Or is there
Um,
any, I mean, other than being rapid, is there anything kind of weird about the healing that I'm seeing?
Um, the speed. I mean, just the speed is the weirdest thing because this is a wound he got like less than 8 hours ago, and like it's already at a stage that it should be at after like 4 or 5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Well, I'm flabbergasted, but doing way better than I expected, Briar. Um, let
I
me
yeah, I don't know. I feel normal. I just there's an adrenaline rush. I thought I was dead, to be honest.
well, let me look over Ace here, and then we'll talk more about things.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That one's
You
a
give me another
12.
medic check. 12. Cool. You look over him, and besides like a spot on his head where he goes, "Ow," when you touch it, he like doesn't have any signs of injury. And with your 12, when you touched like you're a doctor, you've seen people in pain, you've caused people pain as part of like doctoring. um when you touched his head, it was like it was put on. It was sort of an affectation that he was like, "Ow!" He like it clearly didn't act. Either it was very minimal or it didn't hurt him, and he just was pretending like it hurt.
Well, I mean, you got a little bit of a bump there, but other than that, you're doing good too.
Yeah, I think that's where I hit my head when I landed after getting flung out the ship.
Well, you guys, just rest here. We'll go see what we can round up, like for something to eat and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, Jinx. Let's go find them something to eat.
Yes. I'm sure we could find something here.
And I'll walk out and I'll look over at Ambly. Do you guys got any food stockpiles left around here?
Yeah, they're let's see. I mean, there's probably some out in the storeroom, which is back here. At least some rations.
All right. We'll go take a look. Our friend and our other friend who we thought was gone are sitting there resting on your couch. They seem to be doing all right. You guys just want to take it easy. We'll see what we can round up for food for everyone.
Yeah, he'll go with you, just like even despite just to kind of like help poke through crates and things like that. And when you get there, he just directs you to like which crates would have rations in. Pop open the top, and sure enough, there's like MREs.
No, we'll grab some up and start walking back.
Yeah,
And as we are, I'll kind of lean over to Jinx and Lexi, and at some point during the walk, go, "You guys got a chance? I need to talk to you guys in private."
Neuralink.
Yeah, don't want to use the Neuralink right now.
All
We'll
right.
discuss that in a few. Let's just say let's stay off of that for the time being.
all right. Head back to the like main room or main hall. And even in here, all the windows have been like busted out, and panels in the floor have been ripped up, and more cabling has been chewed on, things like that. Lots of wiring. Um, but yeah, you guys get your MREs and start eating.
Yeah, I suppose pass them out and sit down and have a bite to eat.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone sits down. Everyone, tries to eat. Arlon, the Varger, doesn't really seem to have a problem. He just like starts heating up his MRE and then starts eating it. Hambly's kind of like got it, but he's just kind of picking at it, kind of staring at the the food, staring at his feet, and then you guys, yeah.
I'll get up and walk over to Hambly. You guys, I'm assuming a mining outfit. You guys got shovels?
Yeah, he nods.
I can help lay them to rest if you want.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Thank you. And he looks at his, his chrono. That's the what the sci-fi watch. He looks at his watch, and ship should be here hopefully. Well, it's like the cable man, really. It could be an hour, could be 8, but hopefully today, before nightfall, certainly.
Well, if you want to go grab some shovels, we can meet you around back and get to digging. When we can have that done by the time they get here.
Yeah, he nods and stands, puts his kind of uneaten, pushed around MRE, and doesn't do takes off to go get shovels.
I'll motion to Jinx and Lexian and start walking out the door.
Obviously, I'll follow.
When we get outside, I guess we'll start walking around toward the bodies, but while we're walking, I'll start kind of whispering down low to them. Ace has nothing wrong with him, and Briar's looking better today than he did yesterday, including a wound that he got last night being mostly healed now.
Did he find a bunch of fast drug?
I mean, it's a possibility that maybe Ace had that, but hang on, guys. Sorry.
No worries.
Jinx, what is your take on this?
I don't know. I mean, I thought Ace was sucked out when we were in space. The fact that he's still here is crazy.
You guys saw him on the ship when you were in the atmosphere.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're other than directly after the mist jump, were we ever really in space?
Not for very long. Yeah,
Okay.
it was like maybe the first 2 rounds, if that. But he was there for a lot longer than that.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess she had assumed it was all space because she couldn't see outside. She was just trying to, deal with the ship. I mean, I'm happy he's okay. It's a lot.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm if I'm being honest, looking at that, I didn't see anything else give me any signs of it, but I'm worried about nanites.
Do you think they've both been infected?
Possibly. Maybe Ace actually got infected when the doctor did. Has been going along with us this whole time. Maybe he thought he was doing the right thing and infected Ace or Briar to help him get better. I mean, he's kept him alive, but that's why I said stay off Neuralink. they've got that going on, Lord knows what they can do.
Hmm.
Right now, I guess we'll just play it close to the chest. I mean, seems like everything's going okay right now, but just be wary.
All right, you guys go and dig some ditches.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Cool. Yeah, so it takes you a little while to dig 3 graves. There's 5 of you. Arlon helps, uh, but yeah, it takes a little while. You get the people, what's left of them, in the holes, cover them back up. Hambly says a few words, and as you're all kind of turning to walk back toward the building, you can see first thing is you hear the loud rush of ship engines, and you can see a free trader coming in and landing on a patch of dirt that's been cleared for like a little makeshift landing area. It's kind of just off to the like this way.
Take it that's our ride.
That's it. Oop, I will be right back. Sorry. All right. So that. Yes. Your ride is here.
Let's not dally. Just get the hell out of here. Assuming you and Arlon are out too, right?
Definitely. Yeah, is this free trader that's definitely seen, a lot better days, kind of lands with a crunch and bending metal sound of metal, and the sticky cargo ramp, slowly shudders its way down. Standing at the top of the cargo ramp, Briar, do you want to describe this person? Or sorry, Doom. Do you want to describe this person? Briar could do it, but that would be weird. Briar's just narrating off in the background.
Yeah, so you see a 4'5" humanoid-like figure in a trench coat. You see that. Hold on, give me 1 second. Close out a couple tabs and open a couple tabs. Yeah, you see a 4'5" person. He's walking out in a trench coat. You can see he has like a battle vest on and glasses and a bandana. But you notice that like he kind of walks a little funky. Like it's much more fluid and not really like rigid walking, if that makes any sense. But kind of looks like a dude.
Is your face completely covered?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And what's your name?
My name. Um, I don't know if they would have a short version yet, but SFNG 428. I'll type it out.
Nope, sorry. No, I think you've probably made this run a few times before, so Hambly at least knows your name.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Milkman.
Hey man, how you doing?
I've seen better days.
Yeah, seems to be. Looks so rough
We're,
out
hope,
here.
we're hoping you can give us a ride back home.
Yeah, I don't mind. I got space on the ship.
Sure, the company will. Yeah.
I'll like pause him. They cool with me? Like, I point and he kind of gets the gist of like what I mean by me.
I don't know. They've been. You're talking they being the other these new
Yeah,
people. He
yeah,
just kind of shrugs. Just met them yesterday, but they've been good to us so far.
All right. Well, I guess we'll find
Oh,
out, eh?
Were you about to say something,
um,
Gino?
yeah, but no, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Don't need that anymore. And are they just like walking up to the ship?
Hambly and Arlon are. They have their they have just rucksacks, and Hambly's got probably has a crate on a hover raft just full of data and stuff. Um, but other than that, I guess they would probably have to take their mining. No, they'll send someone else to pick it up. So yeah, so at least the two of them are walking up. I don't know about everyone else.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll go grab the others. I'll go grab Briar and Ace, and I can't remember if Mara is Mara still with us at this point, or
Yeah, she is.
I thought she was. So yeah, I'll grab Briar and Mara and Ace. Looks like we got to ride off of this lousy rock. How about we get out of here?
That's a relief. Yeah. Mara kind of nods her head.
And I'll make my way with them back to the ship then.
All right. Everyone kind of gets aboard and
What will Doom? What is your character's name?
SFNG dash 428. I'll type it out and then. Thank you.
Thank you. I had missed the numbers the first time.
Yeah, you're all good.
You still kind of standing at the ramp as we get there?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably like greet y'all as y'all walk up to me.
I'll walk up and just think, "Hey, I really appreciate the ride. This is no place to hang out. Ask me."
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't like coming here, but business is business. I'll reach out my hand and at the very end, you don't actually see like a hand. You just see kind of a gelatinous like blue substance that sticks out. And I'll say I'm SFNG 428. You can call me 428 though.
Well, good to meet you, 428, and I'll grab the ooze, I guess, gently.
Don't worry, you can hold it. It's not gonna hurt me, and I'll shake your hand.
Ah,
Imagine it's probably like shaking a water balloon filled with like a
Yeah.
slightly thicker, like ketchup. It's an odd
so
sensation. Yeah.
my time as a doctor and learning biology and such, do I have any idea what I'm dealing with right now?
Um, Give me. Well, okay. Let's see. The first check, I feel like the most appropriate check would be like science xenology. Um,
Yeah, zoology makes sense.
Otherwise you could do science biology, but it's not going to give you as much information.
Gotcha.
Education.
If I have a zero, so I have a one in biology, would that mean that doesn't mean I had a
0.
zero in other sciences, does it? Does it?
Yeah,
Or does
yeah, I
it?
think so. I think
Okay,
science is still, yeah, you've got like a general education of sciences.
okay.
Sciences.
Then we'll go for xenology education.
I think I'm trying to think of what's there. I think there's like one. Is there one skill where that's like not the case? But even I don't know. I think anything. Yeah.
I think language is the language and language and there's the jobs
Yeah, the professions. That's right. Okay.
professions.
Yeah. Yeah. Languages like 0. We talked about that before. 0 in languages is like speaking. Ordering a beer in 3 different. Knowing how to order a beer in 3 different languages is having
Yeah.
languages with 0. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Well, which one are you rolling?
We'll do xenology.
I think it's gonna be like a 10.
Well, I only got a 6, so
Yeah. Nope. No idea.
so I have to ask. I'm a doctor. Never worked on anybody like you. Can I ask what the species is?
Yeah, so I well, most people identify us as plasmoids. Um, as far as I'm aware, my peoples are the only ones like us. Hopefully, well, as I go and travel, I'll see another society. But yeah,
So you're talking about like one isolated society?
well, there's um my home planet of Jublek, but as far as I'm aware, I don't know of any other planets in the universe that have plasmoids or
Huh.
something similar.
That would be why I've never run across one, I guess.
And
Well,
conceptually, you're familiar with the idea of the minor races that are species that didn't find jump travel on their own. Jump travel was sort of like brought to them through breaking the prime directive. So there are tons of these these minor species spread throughout the galaxy. You maybe have run into a couple, but like your major species, your major races, major species are your human, like a couple different types of human, uh, including the Jordani, your Aslan, your Vargur, Kukri. I think there's
lizard
like
people.
another the Droin.
Yeah,
Who I think that yeah, and then the Hivers. I think the Hivers are a major race. But yeah, so there's like a handful of like major races, and then there's all these like minor species that are just. I think Bwop are technically minor species. Um, they're more widespread because they've just been incorporated into the Imperium for so much longer.
gotcha.
So sometimes you have minor species that are like ubiquitous around the Imperium or around a certain section of the Imperium, and then you have other minor species that you're like, I've only seen one of you before. That's weird. And this would be that more of that case.
Well, I mean, I can't say I'm not curious. Would love to give you a medical look over if you were okay with that.
Well, tell you what, while we're traveling, let's give it a couple days, and maybe I'll be open to it.
All right. Yeah, we'll break the ice first. Won't get straight into having you drop your drawers.
All right, Doc.
Well, my name's Gino, by the way.
Gino, um, uh, doctor
Yep,
or all
yep,
right,
you're correct,
doctor,
Doctor Starheart.
Doctor Starheart. Pleased to meet you.
It's good to meet you too. And this behind me here is I got our captain Jinx, and the Varger back here, and
I give the most flourished bow that I've ever given in my entire life.
and
It's
this
great
here
to
is
meet you too.
Lexian.
Lexian will kind of like nod and reach for his hand.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet your crew, Captain. I hope you find my ship is adequate to your travels. It's a little rough around the edges, but you know she gets me where I need to go.
Oh, let's get ourselves into space then. I'm assuming we're going to space, or are we staying on this planet?
428. I might just call you NG. NG.
That's fine.
428. Well, we'll still. I'll try. I'm gonna try to stick
You
428
can
out.
alternate.
Yeah, we'll see how the mood strikes. 428. Would know you've got to like plop down on like a nearby lake just to refill your hydrogen. So you pick them up, go drop into like a lake or whatever for a couple hours to refuel your tanks, and then you can
Mhm.
take off. As you guys get to the top of the ramp and actually like enter the ship, you also notice that there is a large inflatable like fuel bladder that's taking up about a quarter of the cargo space because this free trader is only a jump one ship, only carries about 20 tons of fuel, which only makes it one jump. You guys don't know or aren't too familiar, but 428 definitely knows that in the islands subsectors, a jump one ship, you have to have supplemental fuel because it's just most things are going to be a jump two or more to get around this area of space. So he has a huge like inflatable fuel bladder and taking up 20 tons of his cargo space. But yeah, I'll let him show you to your cabins and everything. Oh, actually, can we see a scene of Briar and 428 interacting? That would be good. Can
Hey,
we
you can
get them
play
both
with
in the same room
yourself.
at the same time? Yeah.
Ah.
No,
I'm sure Briar would see the old messed up ship and immediately want to start mechanicking it.
yeah, yeah. Um, cool. But yeah, so there you go. You guys, it's a grainy deck plan for you to use for the time being, and the blue line is kind of showing where that fuel bladder is.
Yeah. Presumably these are the bunks.
You've got a couple. You've got staterooms here, and then a bunch of staterooms up top as well. And even though the cuttlefish was like a lot of a lot of it was in disrepair, as you guys kind of look at the rooms, you're definitely you're taking a step down in terms of like you're taking a step down in terms of the
Luxury.
niceties. Yeah, luxury. Thank you.
Where is the hatch?
To go up or to
To go
Think-
up, yeah. It's like the
yeah,
back hatch
that
here.
one. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Or you could just stick them all in low berths. Tell them all to shut up and.
Yeah, I was trying to say you've got one or two in there.
Yeah, the ship has
16?
20,
Yeah, 16.
16. Yeah.
No, it's 20.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Mr. Rowe there.
Yeah, it's an optical illusion there.
Yeah. I just look at the hidden table that you guys can't see. It says 20. I'm not gonna count. We've already discussed math today. It's not gonna happen for me.
Math, not even
Yeah.
once.
Then
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, guys. Well, I'll show you to your bunks. You'll follow me, and we'll go boop 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 up and over.
Yeah. Cool. Let me. We'll take that one.
Make yourself comfy. We're gonna finish fueling up, and we'll be out in no time.
So, you a one-man crew here?
Henry, am I a one-man crew?
For the time being, yeah. Which is like tough running, but yeah, you're just in between crew members, I would imagine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm an engineer, so I make do with what I've got, but mostly just picking people up as I go. You know, taking people where they need to. They help me with little tasks. That's kind of the payment for a ship. It's kind of how I've been operating so far.
Well, I'm sure we're all happy to help however we can.
Yeah,
I'm a
I definitely
I'm a
appreciate
decent hand at astrogation.
astrogation. Oh, that's wonderful. I am okay at it, but
And Lexi in there is a hell of a pilot.
oh, that'd be wonderful too. Yeah, it's kind of seems like we have a proper crew going on here.
We did have our own ship until it crash landed.
Oh man, what happened there? If you don't mind me asking.
Um, some sort of colossal failure with the jump engine caused a heck of a misjump, and I mean heck of a misjump.
Ooh, that's scary. I thankfully haven't had any mitch jumps, but I certainly do not want one.
Yeah, I'd prefer to avoid any more myself. That's a rude way to wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, yeah, I bet, I bet. Well, this my ship has never had a misjump before, and I do my best to make sure it's all nice and tidy. So I'm sure there will be smooth sailing from here.
I'll take it.
Uh, and for oh, I see Henry's muted.
Cat's probably yelling at him.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. That
Now
should
you're all good.
hopefully be the last disruption, at least for the short term.
Mhm.
All right. Now, still introducing yourselves to each other, or is everyone at?
I mean, I was showing everyone to their bunks and, engaging in conversation if it's brought up. Mostly friendly banter.
Looking at some space math here. Oh, we're missing Briar, aren't we?
Nope, he's up top.
Is he up there? Oh, okay.
Where?
Is he? Where?
No,
No,
that's
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 Lemuel.
me.
Mr. Bright.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Oops,
This one here is Lexian. Lexian and Lemmy are
Okay.
here.
my bad. Vaguely similar
I
shape.
agree. Yeah, typical. Typical plasmoid. All you solid people look the same. Yeah. All you solids. Yeah. There we go. I guess if it's all right with the captain, Mara will take a bunk down below.
Of course.
Well, the captain of this ship. Ah, the problems already begin.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you get filled up, take off.
Okay.
I will drop you guys over to the Reft sector map. And you guys, focus paying, are here. You were not on the planet of Saint Genevieve. You were on a secondary planet in the same system. But
Okay.
this is where you are. And Your destination is the Schlesian Belt.
Okay.
How's everyone doing? Like, well, we'll let you guys get to your first jump, and then we'll figure out that first week healing and stuff.
I might be dead before we get there.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Yeah, if we ain't got no med bay, I can't do no medical rest. It's gonna be natural healing, and my endurance is at 0, so those rolls are gonna be rough.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's rough. You might have to be shoved into
Into low birth.
Into the low
low
birth.
birth. Yeah. Well, we'll see how the first week goes at least. Yeah. But yeah, you guys gonna do anything before taking off or before jumping?
I mean, hmm, I guess yeah. I guess a med bay would be warranted because I presume there's like med packs, but I don't know how helpful they'll be.
Yeah. No. All right. Well, let's get that astrogation check.
Am I helping
In
out?
jumping.
I have a 1 in astrogation. I can if we have someone who can do engineering, I can take it over.
Seriously, you're at the same level of me on astrogation. Only person
Okay.
here who could do engineering is Briar.
Um, actually, new guy is better. I'll probably have him do it. Although I guess I could have I could have 428 and Briar make the check if your check is going to be low. I'm not sure how your stats are looking.
My stats for an astrogation check would be they're good.
Okay. Then yeah, I mean, if you feel like your character can do it, then welcome and take it over.
He can. That's not the best of rolls. It's a 6, but I'm
You're
assuming
good. Yeah.
we're only doing a 1 jump, so
Only either
Yeah.
2022 or 2023. Um, here or there, but yeah. All right, let's get that engineering check then.
A 9.
All right, or engineering J-Drive with education.
Oh,
Cool.
with
Yeah.
education. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a bit. I passed. That's better.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you guys have a week in jump space. Yeah. So where's everyone at with their wounds and stuff? Let's take a look. See.
My endurance is at a 2
All right.
when it should be a 10.
Yeah.
That is the
All right.
only injury I have.
Okay. Cool.
my
How
strength
about
is 4 out of 3, my dex is 2 out of 9, and my endurance is 0 out of 5.
so you don't need surgery though, then, right? Because
No,
your dex
no
is fine.
surgery needed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't know how this healing is going to go.
Mm-hmm. How about Lexian?
Full health.
That's right. Because you
Yeah.
force healed yourself,
I
right?
force healed myself as
Yeah.
much as I could
That's awesome. Yeah.
because
Cool. Okay.
didn't know what was gonna happen, so I force healed
No. Yeah.
myself up so that I was the only one who could take a hit.
Yeah. Let's see some natural healing.
That's just 1d, right?
1d
Or is it?
plus endurance modifier per day of full rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's have you and Jinx roll 7 times. And if until if you're not full at the end of those 7 rolls, you'll continue going. But
I rolled a 5, so my endurance is up to a 2. That makes things a little safer. There's a 3.
Okay, the
That's
first
another
roll was a 4. Minus 2 is 2. That makes.
Well, I had endurance
Oh, of
coming.
course the reader is now not responding when I need it. Thanks a lot.
Mm.
Stupid sheet.
Also, keep track of how many days it takes you to get to full health. Or assuming you get there in the 7 days. What's Lexian doing while they're rolling?
He would like to continue working on his streetwise skill because that is at 7 of 8. If he
Uh-huh.
possibly can. If not, he'll like take a look at some things and see if anybody needs help with anything that he can do.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly be like electronics, comms, or piloting.
Yeah, I mean, since you guys are in jump space, I guess you could take the week and focus on your streetwise. How are you? What are you doing to work on that since you don't have like, your previous study materials and things?
That's just a really good question because I don't know.
Oh yeah, you can probably pull stuff off of the ship's computer. I don't know what, but yeah, right.
I am back at full. It took me the full 7 days.
Okay,
I
cool.
am back to full endurance, and it took me 3 days.
All right. So, yeah, Gino goes into his cabin the whole week, and you see him at meals, and then he goes back to like resting and laying down and icing, and yeah. And Jinx, you said 3 days.
Yes, it took 3 days.
Yeah. So Jinx does that for 3 days, and then she's kind of out mingling with the crew.
Yeah, can I
yeah.
continue to work on my
Nope.
corrals to get it to the damn it.
You need a full week.
Get it to
Yeah.
the
Damn it.
Yeah. You wasted 3 days healing.
Stupid
Loser.
heals I could have
Yeah.
drank.
Just could have. I could have got better, or I could have drank. Yeah.
We'll get you some more alcoholic hot chocolate here soon.
Yeah.
And your own bathroom.
Unfortunately for 428, you have unexpected guests on your ship, so I think you're spending the time basically doing steward duties, making sure everyone has meals and things like that.
Yeah, I don't
Getting
reckon
help
I have
from
any time.
Mara, but like, yeah. And yeah, we'll say Lexian, you can unless you want to help out, you can spend you can get your week. And really fuck up our math when we're trying to figure out where everyone is.
I mean, he'll help around as much as he can, but he wants to try and get as much studying in as he also can.
Okay, yeah, you can get your week.
Okay.
Is that your 8th week?
That would be my 8th week.
All right. You want to make your roll?
All right. And that is...
Education?
Education? That's a +1.
I think so, right? Let me get back
Yep,
to this.
education.
It's just a straight education?
I think so.
Yep. Gotta hit an 8.
8 up, yeah.
All right. And that would be a 12. Hey.
Nice.
I think I did it.
Yeah. Was that your first increase in Streetwise?
My streetwise is going from 0 to 1.
Okay. So yes, you're good. So you got 1, is that right?
All right. Yay.
Just double checking.
I think it's from 1 to 2. You need 2 weeks because my corrals was already at a 1, so I need to do it twice.
Yeah, well, 16 weeks. Yeah. Two study periods, which is each 8 weeks. Yep. Yeah, there it is. Cool. Okay. Well, you got some streetwise. You're studying.
Getting wiser on the streets.
Yeah. Gang tactics. I don't know. Yeah, criminal. You're watching a lot of Law and Order. And just like, I see. Cool. Okay. So week goes by, and you guys are kind of the slightly anxious part where you just jump out and it's just empty space. just for just forever, for light years of empty space you're just in the middle of. And we've got another jump.
Right. This is how this works.
So we get astrogation from
And that is a
Gino.
6 again.
All right. Engineering J Drive from 428.
That will be 14.
All right. Yeah. You guys have another week. Yeah, this week guests can spend studying if they would like.
I will work on comms for a week.
All right. Anything else you guys need to do during your week
Um,
in jump space?
Yeah, I have to pick a new skill.
Ah,
I
yes.
was wondering, what would 428 be good at that I might be able to, like,
Osmosis from.
yeah, pretty much.
I
Um,
mean, you could always pick up engineering.
Well, I'm kind of thinking that, or I'm
Because the
thinking
way I'm
about.
looking at it right now, we got 428 who knows engineering. I don't think Briar's going to be hanging around.
What? Why not?
So
Well,
it'd
you
be
don't think?
nice to probably be a good idea to have a backup engineer.
Yeah. What's
I
the
mean,
engineering that we've always been messing up? That's power plant, right?
Well, you'll get a 0 in all of it for
Yeah,
the.
but like I think I'm gonna specifically look at one, and I might train that up for a couple of study periods.
Well, the first one you have to do is you have to just get engineer 0.
Okay, so the first one's just gonna be engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you could start study periods for a specific one. So you need one study period to get that engineer 0, and then you start over at a specific type of engineering, which you'd also again only need one study period because it'd be 0 to 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'll do that then.
Okay. Yeah. Jinx is doing carouse.
Yes, I want to finish up my carousing.
All right. And
Do I need to roll for the carouse now?
yes, you do.
Okay.
Education, just straight education.
Okay. I rolled an 8.
There you go.
All right, first week done. Now to the next week.
That was your 8th week, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, you got one study period towards carouse. Yeah, you need one more.
Woo! Excellent.
Gino, did you need to roll?
No, I'm
Okay.
up to 6 of 8 now.
Gotcha. All right. And yeah, anything else you guys need to do during this week?
Probably just socialize.
I think after spending my week of resting, I would at some point during this week do another look over of Briar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is back to his basically full health. What as we would call it. Um, Even a little bit more. Like he seems, again, you kind of see him walking and moving around, and because Briar has what, like a 2 strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Briar has always seemed kind of frail from his various military injuries, but that sort of frailness to him seems to be gone. He kind of carries himself a little bit with a little bit more lithe kind of grace, like a, I don't know, swimmer or some sort of like endurance athlete, a little more strong, a little more muscular. But yeah.
Oh,
Like you don't see
definitely
muscle, you don't see more muscle or anything like that, but you can just see he just the way he moves, the way he kind of like stands up from a chair, everything where it used to seem like a little difficult, it all just looks normal. Yeah.
I'll relay to Jinx and Lexian at some point during the week that he's better. He's literally better than he's ever been. I think the only other thing I would do is still be going at 428 to let me do a medical review and ask questions.
Is that you asking, pretty much?
Yes.
Um, yeah, I imagine we'd like run into the hall and you ask me. Uh, all right, why not? Uh, where do you wanna go? Preferably
Uh,
not in the middle of this hallway.
I got my med kit back in my room. If you want to head back there, we do it there.
Sure, yeah, we'll head over there.
Go back to his bunk, play doctor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
So, I guess first question: the humanoid shape. You guys, that just something you've always done, or is that something you guys adopted once you Brandon started running into other humanoids?
Well, so we kind of don't really take a shape. Um, Back on my planet, most of everything really is kind of easy for us to use because we are more of a fluid, as you can see. Um, like a lot of I would consider it wasted space, but obviously y'all need to fit through. Like this doorway, I mean, we have like a hole, a little hole, and we just slide through that. All this clothing, I mean, usually we don't carry this stuff on us. I kind of just take this shape because it's a lot easier for humanoid species to digest. Um, People get a little freaked out when they see a blob just kind of going across the floor.
I mean, I'd kind of love to watch it in action at some point, but I could definitely see how that would turn some people off.
Uh, yeah, there's been a couple instances, so I keep to my human figure and put on clothing to hide it mostly. Just easier.
The reproduction, asexual.
Yeah, we as you get old, eventually at some point you just kind of split off and get a new plasmoid.
And while I'm looking him over, is this plasmoid like a sea of cells, or is this like a giant amoeba, a giant single-celled organism?
I think the latter. I gotta double check. No, is it just a bunch of cells?
Last time we discussed it was a single, an acts like a single cell.
Yeah, yeah. That.
I have to say, I'm flabbergasted by the level of intelligence with a single cell. It's impressive.
Well, I mean, I wish I could say I share the shocked sentiment, but I don't know. It's just kind of normal to me, I guess. I mean, I was surprised when I saw like a human ship and like I saw a human walk out because y'all have so many parts.
Oh,
Um,
I mean, I could definitely see how that would be a shock.
yeah, it's like you're not connected. You're like
No, they
little
are.
piece.
Sorry, they are multiple cells. There are
They
multiple
are okay.
cells. Yeah, it's just that they consume food the way an amoeba does, but they're composed of cells, fibers, plasma-like ooze, clusters of nerves. Um,
So kind of like a
and
jellyfish.
Kind of like a jellyfish, yeah, yeah. And the nerves are able to like detect light, heat, texture, sound, pain, vibrations. Kind of all of their sensory organs are in these like nerve fibers that are just spread throughout their ooze. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I appreciate the time. I mean, I probably will have more questions going forward. This is just so interesting.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask questions, so feel free to ask anything. It won't be shocking, I promise. Is there anything else?
No, I think that's it for now. And, I can let you go back about your business.
All right, and my home planet's not as receptive, but if we become close, maybe one day I'll take you back to my planet and you can kind of see how things are. It's refreshing to see someone interested and not terrified. And I'll go through.
All right. Anything else for this week?
I'm on steward duty, presumably.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We will jump to the Schlesian belt. And 428, you know that your location in this, so this is a huge asteroid belt that's been, let's see, do I have anywhere that I can give some? Let's see. So the Schlesian belt, it is sort of owned, or the territory belongs to, oh, just call me, I'll be right back. I apologize.
Schlesian belt.
Sounds like a sleazy place to be.
Right?
I've been trying
Also,
not to make that joke.
That's
um,
why you had to finish up your street balls.
Yep.
since I'm using the spreadsheet now, whenever we do the UWP, I am writing it down. I'm writing the description. So now that like we're keeping track, we don't have to keep on going back. We can just reference like this sheet.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, did you
Uh,
guys do the UWP for the Schlesian belt?
Not
Schlesian?
quite yet.
Schlesian? I say Schlesian, but Schlesians?
Yeah.
Schlesien? Oh, you don't know what to say. Um, but yeah, so it is really the only thing they have going for them is mining these asteroids for various like metals, minerals. They also, mine like ice from the asteroids for fuel for everything going on in the system. Mining rights are provided by representatives from New Bayern, which is the neighboring planet. That's sort of the government that has the claim over this region of space. And representatives from the New Bayern government are based on Wainwright Starport, which is the actual starport for the Schlesian Belt. There are three other administrative space stations, but they are really small, where they only have enough docking space for the mining ships. So anybody that comes into the system docks at Wainwright, and if you need to go to one of the administrative stations, unless you have like a really, something really scheduled or booked, or you're making a delivery directly to them, you take an intra-system liner or intra-system liner. So you guys will be going to Wainwright Starport in the Schlesian Belt.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys look at the UWP?
Yes.
What you got?
Um, Planet size, which makes sense with the belt, is tiny with no gravity, no atmosphere. Population is 10 to the 3, so that's what, 10 billion? something like that.
Mm,
It's what
Or
10,
10 million.
10 times 10 is 100 times 10 is 1,000.
It's a very small population.
Yeah.
That is very small.
mhm.
A 10 to the power of 3, you said?
Each station, 428 would know, like each station, uh, in terms of the actual staff, like technicians, support people about that for the administrative stations is only about 75 people. And they can accommodate about 150 guests. I'd say Wainwright's probably double that. So maybe about 140, 150 full-time staff, government representatives, things like that on Wainwright. And they can accommodate maybe about 300 people. And most of the guests that the stations would be accommodating are miners for the various mining companies that have claims and mining rights. So basically, they spend weeks out on their ships mining asteroids, and then would go to these stations for their shore leave for like a week or two, and then go back out to work.
Quite the
Very
life.
few people. Government is captive. And then law level is 4, which is no light assault weapons and SMGs or anything worse than that. And cloth, the only cloth armor is banned as well, so you can't really have much for armor.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah, you come out of jump space. A couple hours later, you can see Wainwright Starport in the distance. Um, who is going to hail them for some talking?
I feel like that's 428.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his ship. He's the captain. That's true. Um, yeah. Will you give me a, I guess, electronics comms check? Education or social education. Call.
Education.
It is social, isn't it?
Do I
Make up your mind. Yeah.
double check me if I have comms?
You just have electronics.
Okay, electronics, right. And social?
Mm-hmm.
Or that will be a 9.
All right. Yeah. Cool. You get assigned to a docking port pretty quickly, and
Great.
you can go straight into a big docking bay and yeah, land. And Wainwright Starport is sort of at your disposal.
Right. Everyone's healed up, right? No one's injured.
Right.
Okay. Henry.
You guys are. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It sounds like you were about to give context. Never mind.
Nope. Go for it. Wait. What, you have a question or anything?
Yeah. I was just gonna ask, like, what was the initial reason for 428 to come here?
You were delivering like material, rations, things like that, equipment to that mining outpost where you found all these people. Um, they work for a Landmark Minerals, and Landmark Minerals, their like head office is they have a huge stake in. They have one of the administrative stations is sort of run by them, or it's technically run by the New Byron government, but is dedicated to their facilities. So you're bringing all these two Landmark Minerals employees back to Wainwright, which is kind of their like home base, for lack of a better word. Um, and
Okay.
then you have these people with you, these randos with you as well.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Just wanted to double check.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, I'd probably tell them like, yeah, I was taking these guys over to the belt. Y'all can explore or stay on the ship. I gotta go take care of business. I'll be right back though, and I'll go about my
Okay.
business.
Yeah. So yeah, you Hambly kind of like exits the ship with you as you guys can go kind of report back to Landmark. Yeah. So you head off into the station and go meet with their officials. Before Hambly leaves, he kind of looks at everyone. He's like, if you're all willing, I'd be happy to get to buy you all dinner tonight.
Ah,
Oh, I'm down. I never turn down free food.
yeah, appreciate that, man. Happy to.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I'll go meet with the the suits, and then he like looks at his chrono again. It's like 4 o'clock with 1,600 hours. He says, well, why do we plan on getting dinner around 7? He gives you the like address or directions to a restaurant he knows. It's not the fanciest, but the food's pretty good.
After being out crash landing in the middle of nowhere and being chased by bugs and being on an old rickety ship, I'm pretty sure it's fancy enough for all of us right now.
Yeah, I hear you. And he takes off with 428 and Arlon. All right. What are you guys doing on the ship while they go off to have their meeting?
Um, there's not a whole lot here, guys. What we do? And we're going out to dinner with him later. Just hanging here on the ship. I kind of want to get Mara home. Honestly, don't know what to do with Ace and Briar. I guess go ask them, see if they've got anything in mind.
Did we
You
want to
That
go for it.
might
confront?
be the best idea.
Did we want to confront Briar and just ask him just straight up, like, "Hey, you healed way faster than pretty much anybody has a right to. So what's going
As
on?"
the
I don't
says
think
the
you have
Jedi.
room to talk there, Lexia.
Listen, I know, but I was using outside help, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, space magic.
Yeah,
Maybe he's a
but
Jedi.
we know that one of them at least doesn't have any access to that, and he healed really stupidly quick.
He didn't just heal quick. He's better than ever.
Exactly.
Um, I mean, I guess
We could sit down and ask
maybe
him.
maybe we see if they want to go to the tavern with us to grab a drink, get them off of this ship, and maybe ask them there.
I mean, we could do that.
I mean, we can just ask them on the ship if you want. I turn around and steal 428 ship. I'm gonna feel bad. I think a drink will do us all good anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always down for a drink. But yes, let's go to a bar, unwind a little bit, stretch our legs, as it were.
I'll uh I'll go fetch Briar, invite Ace along, and I guess I'll invite Mario too, so she's not left out. She's alone now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get to like knock on Mara's the door to her cabin, and she has like her bag over her shoulder, and is like getting ready to leave.
What you got going on, Mara?
I'm gonna I think I'm gonna take my leave if that's all right.
We were
I mean,
actually going to ask if you wanted to leave. We were going to help you try to find your way back. If you
Yeah,
wanted to.
obviously
Yeah.
we're going to need to move on from here. I don't know. Do you want to hang with us until we get to a planet with a bigger starport? We're going to see. I was thinking we might see a 428 where he's going next. He might be able to hop us one more jump. Totally up to you, though.
No, I did some digging over the last the 2 weeks to get here while we were jumping. I can catch a liner to New Bayern, and if I wait long enough, somebody will be coming through, heading back to the Reach.
Well, um, I feel like you're owed something to, at least to get you back and sustain you along the way. And I'll offer to hand over 20,000 credits.
No, she takes it, thankfully or gratefully. Thank you. That will help a lot. I just hope
Well,
there's I don't know what I'm going back to at this point.
we got some things to figure out on our end. Obviously, I'm assuming you're heading back to Drinax.
Yeah,
Um, could you get word to the king of what's happened?
she nods. Yeah. Did you want me to tell him anything in particular, or just what happened?
Um, are we still alive, guys?
I think so.
Do we want to be?
That's kind of what I'm asking. We're not heading back there. The ship is destroyed.
Um, I will turn to her and say, first of all, I just want to say it's been a pleasure working with you. You are amazing at your job. I hope you find a job that is equal to your amazing standard of your work ethic. And I give her 5,000 credits as a gift for her to help her out.
Yeah.
And I'll tell her, just say we were lost. The ship was lost, we were lost, but you were able to get out. How does that sound? Does that sound good to everybody? I turn to the rest of the group.
I'm fine with that. That way, if we want to show back up later, we can. Maybe we figure out some way to get back to the ship, get it fixed back up. Who knows? It was in pretty rough shape, though.
Okay.
Well,
She
Lexian will also donate some credits to her.
three,
Well,
four
he's
credits.
just calculating right now, and I'm looking at numbers, and I don't know what the numbers are.
Alexian's got his wallet open, and he's like,
Gonna reach in, grab an amount, and
yeah,
It's like he's an old woman counting out, pennies to buy something.
yep,
One,
yeah.
two.
Man, this is $18. You can't pay all of this with pennies. This is
screw up after
yeah,
$13. No,
yeah,
he'll also give like 20,000.
yeah. She gives you all a firm handshake and like a a smile as heartfelt a smile as she could muster, which is still not a whole lot, but she's grateful, and she takes her bag and walks off into the station, the starport.
What about you, Ace? Any plans?
I'd like to go explore the starport.
Okay. Well, you have a good time with that, and guess you let us know if you plan on continuing to travel with us, or if you're just trying to get back to the Reach.
Yeah, I think I have other business to attend to. And and you kind of look at him and you realize he's not wearing his glasses, and he's like, his posture is like ramrod straight, and he's just kind of like, you notice the difference in how Briar moved, but it was still like he was still Briar. He was just moving with a lot more grace. This looks like you replaced uh, Lemuel with, I don't know, some sort of predator. He just looks a little bit more sinister. He went from, let's see, he's not being sinister. He just like the juxtaposition of Lemuel A versus Lemuel B is itself is kind of off putting. Hold on one sec here. He went from this to, where'd he go? This. Everything's just everything, even his eyes are a little more illuminated.
Huh.
And he kind of walks past you guys and out the ship.
Be cool letting him go.
I think we need to follow him. But that's just me.
Problem is, if we follow him with Briar, I'm pretty sure whatever's going on with him is going on with Briar too. Maybe we confront Briar first and then go from there.
Well, maybe we split up. We have some people stay with Briar and then someone follow him. Does that sound good?
We could do that. I feel like I'm not the one to be tracking. I'm probably going to be either you or Lexian.
Jinx has probably scented him by now.
Yeah, I can track him if you want. If you two want to stay behind.
Well, we'll save you a seat.
Sounds good to me, and I will stalk off following Morty.
This is eye patch Morty. This is yeah. This is no longer regular Morty. Yeah. Geez, Rick. Yeah. Where are we at? There we are. Yeah. The two of you get to Briar's room. Briar also has bags slung over his shoulder. And he will also be leaving.
Where you going, Briar?
Sorry, Ricky, I didn't prime you. You're going to be heading back to the Reach with Lemuel.
Yeah, I'm going with Lemuel. Great venturing, but I taking a different route.
I mean, after what happened, I can understand wanting to change directions. Didn't know you and Ace had gotten to be such good friends.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got a good head on his shoulders, good plan ahead. He's going to be something big. I can tell. You know, I think I'm getting a little too old for this. That's what 4 or 5 near-death incidences. I think I need to stay out of harm's way. You know.
Understood. Understood. You heading out right now, or I know he was going to go explore.
Uh, yeah. I think I'm gonna go join him on exploring.
Okay, well, have a good one. Hope you have a safe trip back, and hope we cross paths again.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And hey, you can always contact me. You know, if I'd hate to see you disappear out into the blue. You know.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, good times. And I'll give you a pat on the back as I presumably like start to walk out.
I'll pop over as he's walking away. I'll pop over neurocoms for the first time since we've been doing all this, and just let Jinx know that Briar's coming to catch up with Ace. So I don't know if she wants to double back so that she doesn't get caught following him. But when I do that, I will look at Briar to see if he doesn't, if there's any kind of difference in his, if he does anything, you know.
Besides, like I said, besides being more physically fit or more physically, you know, yeah, than he was. No, he seems like mostly himself. Uh, Jinx, you're tracking
Yes,
Lemuel.
I
You
am.
give me a stealth check. You can see him, so you're just kind of following him stealthily.
I will say how I'm trying to do this is like keep, what is it, downwind of him? No, upwind of him, so he, no, I was right. Downwind so he can't like smell me. Even though I'm pretty sure his smell is not the same, I'm just covering all of my bases.
Uh huh.
Wind in a starport?
Yeah.
Artificial
You
wind.
That's
know what?
the
There's
filtration systems. It's
artificial
the yeah.
air and wind from the filters, okay? Leave me alone.
Right. Yeah,
You said
for
stealth?
sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there any, what is the stat associated with that?
Dex. We'll say Dex.
Yay, I'm good at that. So that's a 9.
Yeah. Um. We we also give me a survival check to track him. Uh, you have his scent, like you said, so you can take a what is it? Your +1, +2. What do you get for nose stuff?
I get a +1.
Yeah, you can take a +1.
I got a 7.
7. Okay. You're following him, and you're like trying to stay down to artificial wind.
Yes,
Um,
artificial wind, yes.
and like hiding behind things, and you turn the corner and he's gone, and there's that moment where we can see Jinx like what the fuck, like looking and like walking around and looking, and then you turn around and he's just standing right behind you staring at you.
Oh, fuck. I knew it.
You could walk with me if you'd like.
No, that's okay. I was stretching my legs.
No, you weren't.
Yes,
He
I
just looks at
was.
you. Well, I'm going to go book passage for myself and Briar, and he gives you the like location of where he's going, and
Um,
then I'll be
so,
staying
so
at this
when did,
hotel.
when did you and Briar become such good friends?
I'll let you get back to stretching your legs, and he walks off.
I turn my link on and let the boys know what just happened.
Yeah, I think we're in our current situation. I don't know how much we can do to keep track of them.
Yeah. I mean, we have to. He is obviously nanobotted. Like, the way it's obvious. I just
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know how to stop them.
But that's not the same. I don't think that's the same thing. Obviously, not that we were dealing with on that ship. I felt like maybe this is the stuff that got the doctor.
I bet it is.
Um, I don't know. For right now, just go get that drink anyway. I think we need it.
Yeah, I definitely need a drink.
Lexi
All
will
right.
join you guys.
Yeah. At this point, it's probably getting close to like your dinner reservations. So I imagine you go to the bar at the restaurant that you're going to be. You're not
Oh, yes.
reservations, but
Yes.
your scheduled time. So there's, um, yeah, it's a space distillery or space brewery. So it's not like it's not a gastropub. It's just like your local neighborhood brewery that you go to and get pub fare. But like the food's good. There's a little bar section. You guys go and hang out at the bar section, and then I don't know if you guys need to talk right now, or do you want to wait for the other people to show up. You guys can chat if you would like.
Friendly neighborhood spider pub.
By the pub, by the pub, does whatever a spider
Whatever a
pub
spider
does.
pub does. Yep.
Is it ale or is it beer? Doesn't matter. It's a spider pub. Watch out, spider pub. Yeah. What can I get ya? Welcome to Spider Pub.
Uh, what are
Says the
you
eight-eyed
most
arachnoid bartender.
what are you most known for?
Ah, our milk stout's pretty good.
Milk stout?
Mm-hmm.
I'll try some.
Yeah.
I'll take a gin and tonic.
He looks at you suspiciously. Okay.
Any sort of whiskey.
Aye, whiskey. And he starts pouring drinks. Yeah. You guys get your drinks.
Does he want
Like,
pictures of Spider-Man?
no, no.
I had that dumb
Ten,
thought.
10 credits a pop for not for the pictures, but for the drinks. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys get your drinks. I'll let you chat amongst yourselves. I will be right back.
So, what's our next plan, guys? Are we trying to get back to the Reach? Are we trying to figure out what got us here in the first place?
I think we need to deal with the nanobots first. That seems to be the most pressing thing. And then find a way to get back. Cause
If I'm being perfectly honest, at this point,
yes.
I feel like the nanobots just aren't our fucking problem anymore.
Really?
I think we should just let it go. Make sure that they don't cause any problems, but just let them go.
Are you sure?
If they
I'm
cause
guessing they will be heading to the planet where all this started at, and to meet up with that doctor. And I think we just let them go. Um, we've got the strange thing that had Lexian hit this drive that knocked us out here, and we're just out in the middle of nowhere. Our ship's gone. We're not in shape to be chasing down strange nanobot creatures. I mean, I hate that it's happened to Briar, but I don't think there's any saving him at this point anyway, or at least getting him back to the way he was. those nanobots are definitely not what we were dealing with before because his healing looked natural just fast. It literally looked like when Lexian hears force healing.
I mean, we know that if we threaten them, they cause problems. So if we just let them go, they should just go.
And if we try to stop them, then tell them what happens.
I mean, we're brand new here. We don't know anybody out here. So,
I guess.
great way to
I
make
just
new
feel
friends
weird
is
about it.
killing everybody off.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we should try to establish ourselves first. That's probably smart. How was the drink, by the way, DM?
Oops, sorry. I thought it was, hope you guys didn't hear me click and keep keys. I thought it was muted. It's good. Like, it's a milk stout, but kind of like heavy on the mouthfeel. Uh, caramely, caramely notes. Yeah, good. Oh, yeah.
Okay, interesting. But that works.
Yeah. Um, pretty, not long after, uh, 428 shows up along with Arlon and Hambly. And yeah, I mean, you guys can have some dinner. Do you need to talk about anything over dinner?
Am I? No, I'm not.
I
Hmm?
mean,
I honestly, I'd probably just ask everyone about like their story. You know, like who are you? What's your story of a person?
Right now, I'm not sure what our story is anymore, man. I, I know you all aren't going to believe this because I barely believe it myself, but where we missed him from was in the Reach.
The Reach. Henry.
Hmm?
Would I know
The
how far
Trojan
that is?
Reach? Yeah, probably.
That's pretty far out, right?
Yeah, it's like 30,
100.
40 parsecs. Is it more than
Uh,
that?
I'm looking down at the map down here in the black,
Mm-hmm.
and the Reach was like down here.
yeah, it was
Let's
down
see.
by the
Where'd you?
Aslan high rate.
So we're looking at like hundreds of parsecs, I think, aren't we?
No, so Tobia, if you guys look, I'll focus ping you. Tobia is one of the sectors, and the Trojan Reach is just the next sector over. Gazilin, Tobia, Tobiah, the Borderland subsector, those are all subsectors in the Trojan Reach.
Gotcha.
Because uh, the I'm gonna focus ping you down. We're gonna focus ping everywhere. The power, they never should have gave me this. You guys, uh, you guys didn't really do a whole lot of digging into the Aslan high rate, but I'm going to circle it in yellow. This is also a holding of the Aslan high rate, and that's like one of the whole things is that they made this jump across the Great Rift. So the Trojan Reach is we'll go blue, like dark blue is like kind of like that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, so when you're thinking about like where the Aslan high rate was, it was this portion of the
That
Aslan high
little
rate.
that little separate chunk there.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So hell of a miss jump.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now we don't much know what we're doing. We lost our ship in the process, obviously. And
Yeah, that's a tough break.
I don't quite know what our plan is. Our couple of our companions, the other two that's not with, or the other three that's not with us here, they're all going separate ways, I guess. So just us three.
Are you looking for
There
a
you go.
pilot?
I mean, honestly, I'm looking for a crew. I'm always jumping between people. If y'all are willing to at least stick around for a little bit before you figure it out, I'd be happy to have y'all.
What do you guys think? I'm not against it.
Captain?
I mean, I guess I'm not the captain anymore, which is a little weird. But I think this is the best chance we have to do anything. I wouldn't be opposed.
Well, sounds like you've got a crew 428, at least for the interim.
Well, that makes me really happy to hear because this is going to make traveling way easier. Running a one-man crew is not ideal.
And I feel like that'd be rough for sure.
Yeah, it sure is. But yeah, I've just honestly, I'm just a merchant. I trying to get money. Kind of tired of the same cycle I've been doing, so trying to look for something fresh and new, you know?
Well, I guess consider us fresh and new.
That's something I can appreciate.
How about you, Hambly, Arlon? Yeah, it's going to stay company man.
Wrong button. Hambly, yeah, yeah. My contract isn't up with Landmark, and I don't imagine them canceling it anytime soon. So I'll be with the. We'll see where they send me next. Arlon just kind of shrugs. I'm an independent contractor. I will go where the money's right. We'll see.
Well, I hope wherever it takes you someplace better than the place we just left.
Yeah, me too. He holds up his drink and looks it back. Um, as you guys are talking, 428, your like comm buzzes or your like little data pad buzzes, and you get a notification that your ship has been like grounded or impounded. Um, as it's currently under investigation as being blacklisted.
Oh, fuck, God. Um, hey guys, y'all have a great lunch. I gotta go run and take care of something, and I will, you know, hastily get out and head to the impounding.
I mean, the ship, they didn't move the ship or anything like that. Like, it's hard to impound a spaceship, but basically, what it means is, um, you like the ship won't engage. It won't receive the like proper signals from the starport to be able to exit and leave.
It's a yeah, effectively lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, who? I mean, who would I talk to about that?
Probably the local authorities, the station authorities.
Yeah, I'd head to the station authorities to talk to them about it then.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You get to the like I don't know, the local their station control, station security office, and there's a guy sitting behind a console typing things in. Take a
What's
number, and there's nobody in line, but there's a little number dispenser.
oh all right. I'll click the number and sit down, I guess.
Yeah, and 30 seconds later, your number rings, and you head up to his counter.
What's my ship's name?
You tell me your ship.
Hmm, valid. Um, True. Wrong button. The Jupelike Voyager.
All right. Yeah.
Hi. Yeah. So, um, my ship, the Jupelike Voyager. It's why am I not able to leave?
He types into his console. Uh, Looks like it was flagged. They're currently investigating it now. I'm not sure if did you break the law or why is your ship blacklisted in the first place?
Um, so we never really discussed that, Henry.
No, I don't think you. I don't even think you know. It's just that you got the ship as part of your uh what's it called,
Like to leave the
mustering out
planet.
benefits. Yeah. Well, I didn't even think the ship was from the planet. The ship was from your long career as a merchant
Oh
marine.
yeah, yeah.
So it's just like somebody's old free trader that they were able to kind of to give you or to sell you at a really cheap price, but it's been blacklisted in a number of systems. Nothing you necessarily did, but it's still your
Yeah.
ship, so you're responsible for it.
I mean, I bought it off a friend. I didn't expect it to be blacklisted, but here we are.
Well, Inspector Dragovich is at Administrative Station 2 right now. He's not expected back for another couple weeks, so uh, hang tight. When he gets back, he'll look into it, and you can talk to him about it.
Couple weeks, you said?
He just looks at you and nods.
All right. Thank you. And I'll take my leave and pocket the ticket. And I guess I'll head back to the bar.
All right. Yeah. Go back to the bar. Everyone's talking about I don't know stuff. The local sports team on the in this random asteroid belt. Um, Asteroid rugby. It's crazy, you know. But yeah, and 428 walks back in.
Well, I'll sit back down. Looks like we're gonna be here for a couple weeks, y'all. Turns out my ship is blacklisted here for whatever reason. There's not gonna be an inspector until a couple weeks. Man, this is frustrating. And I'll take a. Actually, I don't even have a drink yet.
Yeah, you guys were having dinner and stuff. I imagine you ordered a drink by now.
Okay, yeah. I take a swig. Goodness.
Uh, I mean, you got a new crew here. Maybe we can hurry this along a little quicker and wait 2 whole weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, got 2 weeks here. Um, I I probably have enough money to cover docking fees and whatever other fees may pop up. But guess it wouldn't hurt to find some job, like some way to get money for the short time we're here? Unless y'all got money to. If y'all got money, then you're good. I'll figure it out.
I mean, I have a lot of money.
Yeah, how much money do the three of you have left? You also don't have the money that was on your ship. That's the unfortunate part. You have whatever money was yours personally, but all of your ship money was lost.
843,907.
Yeah.
I got
All right.
819,192.
I have 874,923.
Okay, cool. Yeah, also that's a good point. It's a good time to mention that like job payments and things like that are going to seem a lot lower because the type of campaign we're in now is drastically different, where you're not expected to be spending millions of credits to like increase the infrastructure on planets. So if a job pays like 20 grand for normal travelers, that's like a really good job. Even though for you guys it might seem like not a lot, but you'll have to kind of like adjust your expectations
Get used to
as
it.
your
Yeah, pretty
regular
much get used to
old
it.
travelers now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you will need to get rooms for the night. You won't be able to stay on the ship. That's probably uh, the next problem, the most immediate problem to solve.
Right. Um. Yeah. Whatever the. So the starport. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the whole thing's a starport. Whatever the next lodging is, I suppose.
Yeah, there's one. You guys can either get like shared rooms for 150 credits a night, or like your individual rooms for 350.
If someone's willing to bunk with me, I'm fine to bunk together. It's cheaper.
Yeah, I'm down to sharing a room and saving some money.
Does the
For
doctor?
800 something thousand.
Yeah, does the doctor need his own room?
Nah, I can bunk with someone. That's
I
all
mean, I
right.
want to save that money for good stuff like upgrading a ship, not just spending on a room.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does the old captain want to bunk with the new captain?
Sure, we can share war stories.
Yeah, war stories. Yeah, tons of those. Totally.
Are we still at the dinner right now?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you, yeah.
Uh, when the corporate men, the businessmen, the miners,
Hmm.
when they leave,
Yeah.
I would bring back up, or I would bring up possibly trying to find what got us into this in the first place. And just like describe the egg, describe the scenes that I had, see if we could like spend some of the next 2 weeks maybe researching planets, figuring out if one might be like if there might be those like features on specific planets, stuff like
I'm,
that, and
I'm happy to go through the databases with you, Lexian. See what we can find. Go browse Google Images. Look for pictures of strange men in bubbles on top of cliffs next to waterfalls, or
run some of this past is it 428? Yeah, 428, 428 to see if he recognizes any of the planets or the description of any planets.
It does not.
Yeah, there you go.
But then
Uh,
during the next 2 weeks, if he has any downtime, that's exactly what Lexian's going to be doing.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You guys gonna head to your rooms for the night, or do you need to do anything else this evening?
I'm good heading to our room.
All right.
Head to the rooms.
Cool. Yeah. So, anything you guys want to do when you're back to your rooms, or are we good to skip to the next day, or jump to the next day? It's not skip.
I will once I get SNFG in the room with me. I'll sit and be like, "All right, war stories, go." And I sit expectantly waiting for a war story.
Um, uh, I was on a ship while pirates were attacking one time. That was pretty wild.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
Well, I was on a giant cargo trader in my office, and
Uh-huh.
the alarms went off, and I locked my door. And about 40 minutes later, the alarms went off, turned off, and got called down to go do repairs. There was minimal damage. Not sure what happened to the ship, but I don't think it lasted very long.
Huh.
Yeah, it's the occasional pirate sightings and
Mm-hmm.
so on, but they
Mm-hmm.
usually were smart enough to not really mess with us.
Oh, really? Were you guys like big shots or something?
Not particularly, but the pirates were not. If there was a fleet of pirates, that might have been a different story. But it was like one or two vessels, and obviously, I'm usually traveling with a group if I can help it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wish I could say that I had more stories. I'm just I'm a trader. Um, give or merchant is a better word, I should say. Trader sounds bad.
Uh, DM, is
Mhm.
this a ship that my pirate group has hit before?
No, a different section of space.
Okay. Well, you see, it's funny you should say that you had a story about pirates. I too have a story about pirates.
Oh yeah, let's hear it. What's the story like?
I actually joined a pirate crew and became first mate through blood, sweat, and tears. It was a fun time. So I
Oh,
have pillaged before. It's fun, you should try it.
um, uh, okay. I just a little surprised by how forward that was.
I mean, I came from a different section of space. You won't know my crew. It's fine.
I I'm guessing pirates are uh, revered where you're from.
Not really, but I mean, I had fun uh with my crew, certainly, especially the captain. The captain was nice. We got along
Oh,
splendidly.
okay, I see. I I mean, as a merchant, pirates are kind of the most terrifying thing in the world, but
I mean,
um,
I'm not gonna steal from you if that's what you're thinking. I would never do that.
I wasn't expecting that, but
Good.
you know, I have never actually met a pirate before, so
Oh well, you have now. Hello.
yes, it's great to meet you. You know what? Maybe it's wrong of me to make assumptions.
Uh huh.
Obviously, just because you're a pirate doesn't mean you're just gonna steal my ship and take all my cargo.
Yeah. Why would I do that? That's stupid.
Yeah, it's totally uncharacteristic.
Yeah, and there's no fun in that anyway. If
Yeah,
there's no
yeah,
fun, what's the point?
yeah. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Oh, okay. Bye.
I'll be right back. I just have to
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever.
Gino, do you think we
Yeah.
messed up putting the pirate captain and the merchant trader together?
Yeah, that whole scene plays out, and then they just briefly cuts to like the two of you, Gino, like you guys both look asleep, and then all of a sudden Lexian's eyes open, and he asks that question. Yeah,
Nah, I'm sure it's fine. Jinx is she's a jovial person. I'm sure their things are going great.
Exactly.
cut back
I
to the
think.
bathroom, and 428's shivering in the bathroom.
you'll just hear like a very slight cry for like 2 minutes, and then click, open the door back up. Okay, sorry, I had to relieve myself in the water bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to question you. You do what you need to do.
Yeah, so you and your crew,
Uh-huh.
what what were y'all, what kind of work do y'all enjoy?
I mean, we obviously listened to the captain, but I mean, I took great pleasure in the chase. I loved it when we were chasing down ships, and I was one of the main gunners, so I would shoot out some engines. It was great.
Uh yeah. Um yeah, okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
I get, yeah, pew pew.
Yeah, it's
Um
fun.
do you target like merchants?
Uh we tried to stay away from merchants, if I remember correctly.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
like,
I
wait,
love
what?
that.
No, that would be the that would be the
He
main
doesn't need to
target.
know that.
Oh,
Shush,
okay.
shush, shush.
Sorry, yeah, don't mind me. Just sweeping the floors. I'll get out of your room.
Yeah.
Says the janitor.
What he doesn't know, he doesn't need to know. What he doesn't know
Gotcha.
won't hurt him. That's what I say.
Okay,
That's true.
so yeah, okay, so yeah, so that like that one pirate attack that like probably killed like a bunch of people. That was that doesn't happen that
Like I
often.
said, this is also a different set of space. You've never met them. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, that
Yeah,
that makes different world, different place, different
exactly.
customs. Right.
Exactly.
You don't know them. They go
I
to another school.
okay, yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I can understand a bit more. As you can see, I've definitely had to adjust to new customs and new environments.
I can tell. And you've done beautifully, I'm sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of
Um,
course.
you can noticeably see me losing my form a little bit as I shake.
Oh. Do you need me to stay somewhere else? Because I can.
No, no, no. This is fine. Don't worry. It's getting pretty late. I'm actually gonna go get some shut eye.
Yes,
Get.
how about I go to bed first to put your mind at ease? Because I
Oh
think that would help.
no, no, you're okay. You don't. I'm not nervous about
No, no,
this.
no. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Have a good night and I go to sleep.
Yeah. Good night.
All right.
This is great.
The the camera kind of fades to black as 428 continues to like lose some of his form. And it's just a pool puddle on the bed. Um,
Slightly like out of character. That
yeah.
I mentioning that you're a pirate captain is like one of the most terrifying things you can do to a merchant,
Yeah.
especially now
Yeah.
that he's stuck here for a couple weeks.
It'll be
And
fine.
sharing a room with you, for example. Yeah, yeah.
It'll be
I
fine.
just agreed to hire this pirate on his crew. Um, cool. Okay, so yeah, so the camera fades to black, and it like boom, so it comes back on rapidly to the sound of someone. I guess not banging on the door, the like the boop 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 doorbell ringing, and then just kind of like ringing 3-4 times in a row. Boop, 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 boop.
Whose room is it?
Your room. Yeah, 428 and
Oh.
Jinx.
Um.
Oh,
I mean, I'll
sounds
answer it
really
if he doesn't answer first.
I mean, you'll see me get up. Actually, if you wouldn't mind answering it, I need to reconstitute myself, and you'll see me slowly
Sure.
kind of forming back to that humanoid shape.
So, Jinx, you answer the door?
I answer the door.
All right. Yeah, you answer the door. There's a well-dressed, like, um, youngish man, like in his late 30s, mid to late 30s. And he's standing there with he's got like a data pad in his hand, kind of in his arms, and he takes a sec and like looks at Jinx, and you can kind of see a little bit of confusion on his face, which he kind of quickly tries to wipe. Yes, I'm looking for Mr. 428, Captain 428.
Hi. Yes. Let me get on my coat. Hi. Yes, that's I'm 428.
And it's 428's like, yeah, coming back into form, and he kind of like looks at 428, looks at Jinx, and then has to like quickly refocus himself. Yes, I'm Martin Lukagic. I'm the personal assistant to Ringo Urshikan. He like looks at you expectantly, and I guess you having worked for Landmark Minerals, you know that Ringo Urshikan is the president of Landmark Minerals. Um, and he kind of looks at you. Mr. Urshikan wishes to meet with you to discuss a potential job. You
Oh,
came recommended by Marja Aguilar. She said that you could assist him with a problem he's having, and in turn, he could help you with some of your recent ship troubles or legal
yes. That
troubles.
that actually sounds perfect. Yeah, I will be there as soon as I can.
Well, he is on Station 3, and he requests you meet him there. There is a interest in some mine are leaving in 2 hours
Okay.
or
All right.
3 hours. Yeah.
Could you spell out these people's names, please?
Yes, I can drop them into chat. So, let's see.
That would be awesome.
Ringle or Shukan? And Martin Lukergic. Lukergic?
And Martin was the one who came to the door.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
All right, presumably both human.
Yeah, they're both human. Yeah.
All right, and station 3 in 3 hours. Or is it?
No, the shuttle to Station 3 leaves in 3 hours.
Gotcha.
You have probably taken the Intrasystem shuttle before. It's going to take you. You're going to be on the shuttle for like 3 days.
Got it. Okay. I need to board that
Mm-hmm.
shuttle.
Probably preferably all of you guys, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just about to ask, does the crew get to come along or no?
I would recommend the crew coming along.
Sorry, just writing down
This
stuff
is
real quick.
this is Martin. That's who is at your door.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna, get dressed, packed up whatever belongings I do have, and go knock on Lexian and Lockhart's door.
Actually, I don't think you have to knock.
Oh,
Turn on the neural whatever it's called and say, "Hey boys, we got a job. Get up and get packed." Do they respond?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the response. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I told them they should be ready soon as I start packing.
I, I'm sorry. What you told them? You just you stood
Yeah,
there.
you see this, and I show the neural link jack thing I have. All three of us have one, so we could keep in contact. So you
Oh,
didn't have to leave.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow, that's interesting. Okay.
it comes in very handy, believe me.
Yeah, I mean, you can, I presumably telepathically speak.
Something like that, yeah.
That's man, technology is wild. And I, continue to pack.
All right. Uh, quick shots of you guys running around getting like breakfast burritos, things you can do. Oh, you got 3 hours. You could conceivably get breakfast. Um, get breakfast. You can get to the liner, and there are tickets in your names. Or I guess there's probably just tickets in 428's name, but if asked,
It's
Luke
extended.
or Gick they'll get you tickets for everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you guys can hop on the shuttle. But you've got 3 days of just like on it's like a sleeper train basically. You've got your room, your little room, and your like tiny bunks that you can sleep on. And then there are there's probably a little dining section of this shuttle, but maybe 10, 15 people at the most is probably the max capacity for the passengers.
At some point during the ride, I well, is everyone basically like within earshot at all times?
No, I think you guys have your own little section that you can close the sliding door to.
Okay. At some point, I would want to um pull Starheart aside and like have a conversation.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I you seemed really chill and you're a doctor, and so I could sympathize a bit. I was a little taken aback. Um, y'all are pirates?
Um, we weren't pirates. We were Jinx herself. She was a pirate in a former life. We were privateers.
Oh, oh. Okay, okay, that makes me feel so much better. Um,
Yeah,
I
yeah. We
thought,
worked under the employ of the king of Drinax.
oh, I don't. Would I have heard about the Kingdom of
Probably not.
Drinax? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So y'all worked for a kingdom. Y'all weren't just like rogue pirates who were just looting every single merchant you saw, right?
No, no. We actually. I mean, I think in our time of privateering, I think we hit one ship, and that was in a bloodless capture.
Okay, okay.
We took goods and we took what goods we could put in our hold, and we went on our way.
Okay. But you were doing it on like a contract and like you were,
Right? Yeah,
mercenaries, right?
yeah. We don't just go ransacking people's ships for fun. No.
Okay, okay. Sorry, just you're Jinx. I was given the impression that y'all were pirates and, eluded and killed people for fun.
She might have did some of that in her previous career. She did spend a lot of years in piracy, and she's a little rough around the edges, and she likes to talk about, um, I guess, in her view, heroics.
Okay, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Maybe maybe tell her that in this around this part of space, pirates are not as well received. I'll kind of
Yeah,
like look around to make sure no one is listening.
yeah, I'll have a talk with her. Tell her to cool the piracy stories a little bit.
Okay, yeah, they're fun, like, you know, backstory as you get to know them, but as someone who's like a merchant myself, I was a little terrified. And
Yeah, no worries. She's all bark and no bite.
ha 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 ha, finger guns.
Finger guns.
So I picked that one up from a couple of the humans. Pretty cool, huh? Like show my vaguely finger gun hands. I never mind.
Do you actually do finger guns, or do you like morph your hand to look into like a gun?
So do you remember the bubble people from SpongeBob?
Yes.
Yeah, so picture like I stick out my hands like that, and there's two little points that slowly form up as I just hold that position.
Yeah, I like it. Good
Ah,
stuff.
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I head back to the seating or the
Uh,
lounge.
After that, I'll pop over the Neuralink. Jinx, did you tell him pirate stories?
I asked for war stories. That's the only war story I know is my piracy stories, which are great, by the way.
You know, I I think our sector, I think where we're at right now is mostly businessmen and merchants.
Oh,
I think maybe we keep the words pirates out of our mouth currently.
okay. I think we could. I think I could do that. Yes.
Um, if push comes to shove and you need to talk about it, just use the word privateering. It
Priv-
comes across better.
privateering. Okay.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do on your 3-day trip?
Nothing I can think of.
Okay.
Oh god damn it. Oh, jeez.
Um. All right. So yeah, 3 days go by. Relatively uneventful. There's just there's some other passengers, and they're just heading to. It looks like other belters heading to station 3 to either start a shift or to get back to start their shifts, that sort of thing. Um, as you are in the kind of final moments of day 3, about an hour or so away from the station, you get a hail from Martin, and he's sounds a little hurried, and he's like, well, yeah, I think events have escalated, and when you guys land, I need you to report directly to Mr. Urshkan's office. They'll be expecting you.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So hour later, the shuttle kind of the chunk land pulls in for docking, and you guys step off into the little like airport lounge area, but it's for 15-person shuttles, so it's not super busy. It smells like ozone, spilt lubricant, and like unwashed BO belter bodies. And there is a station security officer who quickly escorts you through processing and gets you to Urshkan's suite, which is on the middle deck. I will switch you guys over on the map. So the station itself looks like one of those World War II grenades, and yeah,
Interesting.
Urshkan's has a suite with an office set up on the middle deck, which is part of A module. There's 3. Focus ping, yeah, kind of up there. You guys talking or doing anything as you're getting kind of like, ran through. Also, keeping in mind law levels and things like that. What do you guys have on you right now?
I presuming that like I've been to the station before. I
Mm-hmm.
obviously would keep within the law, but my standard equipment would probably just be my trench coat, my vest, and a shield on me. Maybe
I
a
think the trench
sidearm.
coat and the vest are like the vest definitely is, and I think the trench coat would sort of be like cloth armor as well. I don't think that either of them are legal.
Okay. Um. Well, my ship was. Yeah, my ship was taken. I don't actually have my standard clothing.
Well, you would have left the ship. You wouldn't have gone off the ship in illegal armor in the first place.
Ah, fair point. What would the everyday wear be? I honestly feel like I would probably have just bought random clothing that fit me. So it'd be like almost like a funky Hawaiian shirt, some kind of weird floral shirt, and some like baggy pants because that's style doesn't really apply to me.
I felt
And
like all
you're,
we had on us was our armor.
yeah. Well, you guys had weapons and things, didn't you?
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like clothing goes, like
Yeah,
we were not a
Yeah.
really
So
on a leisure trip.
you probably would have had to buy clothing at some point. Yeah.
Do you want Steve to
Or
take like some credits out? Say we
100
got some
credits.
100 credits.
Yeah. Yeah. Some simple
Streetwear.
clothing. Yeah. Some streetwear. So light assault weapons and SMGs, military weapons, those are all illegal. So if you have like simple weapons,
Looking at you, Jinx.
Officer blade and revolver. I don't. Well, would those?
Well,
I
the only
think
thing she probably would have brought, like, she wouldn't have brought her big ass sword or her big ass gun. It probably would be the claw fist and the stunner,
okay.
and that would
Yeah.
be it.
Yeah.
I'd
And
have
the officer
stunner and a
sword.
revolver.
Yeah, those are fine. Okay. Cool. So you guys get rushed through like customs, and you head up to Urshkan's office, and are kind of like pointed into the waiting room or like the little like foyer outside of his office, and asked to wait. Um, and you can hear as you're in there, you can hear like raised voices from inside the office, and there's another assistant there that kind of directs you to go in. As you enter, you can see like everything is clean and organized with like military precision. This guy, must be like ex-military. Just everything's like in its place. There's no dust. Everything's just perfect. There are a few like various pictures of uh, Ringel Ershkan on the walls. One of them is like him as a young officer in an Imperial Army uniform. Another one is him as like a slightly older man, shaking hands with like various political leaders. None of who are super familiar to you guys. And as you actually enter his office, you can see Ershkan, the human. He looks like Aziz. Let's see. He is yelling at an Aslan who is just standing there, kind of stoic, broad-shouldered, and just like taking it, no expression, just accepting that he's being yelled at. And it seems like Ershkan's yelling at him for not stopping some crime before it happened. And then off to the side, there's a broad-shouldered human who's just kind of standing near the wall, looks kind of like a security guard, and he is just like eyeballing you guys. And yeah, as Ershkan kind of finishes yelling at the Aslan, he turns his attention to you guys and just kind of go, had you arrived sooner, this maybe could have been prevented, but you're here now. Slow, typical travelers.
What is this dude's problem?
Well,
I say to myself.
it's pronounced Ringel. Is that right?
He just looked at you. Are you asking me or are you asking him?
Asking you.
Okay, yeah, it is. Yeah.
I
You would be
I
Mr. Ershkan, though, most likely.
Mr. Ershkan is how I.
Ershkan, yeah.
Okay. I deepest apologies, Ershkan, Sir Ershkan. I as soon as I got the news, I came here as quickly as I could.
No longer matters now, I suppose. Also in the room, definitely 428 would know is Marja Aguilar. She is the station manager. She is also kind of like off to the side, standing there, just kind of like watching this happen. And she gives you like a smile and a nod as you walk in, a friendly smile and nod.
Oh, in turn, smile and nod back.
Yeah,
Smile
you
as
you like slightly bulge the sides of your orb head.
yeah.
Yeah.
How do you spell her name?
Uh, like this. Aguilar.
Station manager.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And he proceeds to tell you that about 2 hours ago, it was discovered that one of the company's ore carriers, Sabre 4 is the name of the ore carrier, was stolen from the station's docking bay with a full cargo load, which is about 890 tons worth of material. The ship's crew arrived at the dock as scheduled, only to learn that Captain Hummet Madsen had taken it out on a routine inspection flight 2 days ago and never returned. Docking bay security footage shows 3 individuals entering the ship. The faces of all 3 are hidden, but Captain Madsen's uniform is clearly visible, and his codes were used to release the station's docking clamp. The other 2 culprits are unknown, but one appears to be a Vargar. Captain
right.
Hummet Madsen.
Stolen cargo ship under wing of Captain Hummet.
He goes on, station sensors are unable to locate the Sabre 4, and its last known transponder ping was about 28 hours ago, about 5 million kilometers from the station. The ship, ore carriers, they are jump to capable, so it's possible that it has already left the system. And Ershkan, as he's like going over all these things, he just kind of someone must know something. And then kind of goes into a little bit more detail about how over the last year, landmark minerals has suffered a sharp rise in sabotages. So far, those have only been limited to broken fuel lines, disabled drive systems, and other expensive but minor setbacks. Um, and persistent rumors indicate a mastermind called Omega is behind several of these crimes. Omega symbols have been left at many of the scenes, and Urshikan originally intended to hire you guys to uncover that ringleader, but now things have escalated. Um, He's willing to pay you all 50K apiece to find the missing Nor carrier, its cargo, evidence against the culprits, and especially the ringleader behind it. He is convinced of an outside mastermind because of the planning and sophistication required to not only steal but sell such a ship. And he offers you guys a small advance of 3 grand, which for most travelers is like a helpful advance. But for you guys, it's sort of irrelevant. Yeah.
Um. Well, good. Good news. My new crew seems to have the perfect set of skills for this job.
They're pirates now. Uh-huh. Right. Yes. Well, Miss Aguilar here recommended you personally, and as this crime occurred on her station, I'm holding her solely responsible.
Oh, all right. That makes sense. I will see to it, and we will get this matter resolved quickly.
Very well. I will have Martin draw up the necessary contracts. And you guys, while he's doing that, you guys can ask him questions and things like that if you'd like. Also, because he is kind of holding Miss Aguilar like responsible for this theft, he kind of has demanded that she give you guys full access to anything you require, and also assist you in administering stress detector tests to all suspects if you'd like. And yeah, but he'll answer some questions while his assistant is drawing up a contract.
All right. Let me get prepared to write. All right. So we have video logs of the perpetrators actually like leaving.
Yeah, going into the docking bay, entering the Saber 4, and leaving. Yes.
And the two unknown people, is it more of
Mhm.
a they simply just don't know who they are, or it's like you literally just cannot see any distinguishable features?
They're wearing like goggles and things, and they haven't had a chance to like, try to do any sort of like facial recognition. But like, yeah, looking at it, you can't tell who it is because they're keeping their heads down and away from the cameras and stuff.
Okay. This happened 2 days ago, is that right?
The ship was stolen 2 days ago. Yes.
All right. Well, it sounds good to get and this was on this station, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it might be a good idea to get logs of everyone who came in and out and specifically came with that captain.
Well, Miss Aguila can provide that information for you.
Great. Captain. And was the ship here on just simply stocking up? Was it getting repairs?
The crew was here for uh, their 5-day shore leave as the ship was fueled and maintained.
All right. Wouldn't be a bad idea to get a list of all the maintenance workers.
Again, Miss Aguilar can help you with that.
Oh, I do apologize. I'm also kind of just speaking out loud.
he's just real huffy.
And I'll turn around to everyone else. Do y'all have any experience with this sort of thing? Specifically hunting and finding people down? Know any
Uh,
good possible ideas?
we've done a little bit of it in the past. Don't really know this area so well. Trying to figure out where they would likely head would be the biggest thing, especially if they've got a jump to ship. There's no way we're going to keep up with them. We're going to have to figure out where they're going.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I'm not mistaken, there's not too many stations in super close proximity. So they're probably going to have to jump to the nearest station to refuel for the next jump.
He also says that the rest of the crew of the Saber 4, they are all currently being held in custody. He is going to be taking them back to Wainwright Starport this evening. He's returning to Wainwright this evening, and he'll be taking them with him for more questioning. But you guys can question them before they leave tonight if you like. And if you have more questions for them once they're back on Wainwright, you can video chat with them.
That actually, yeah, we should definitely stop by and ask them some questions.
Additionally, as you guys kind of like are continuing to talk, a printer goes and wow, it's space. His tablet beeps and he's like, yes, the contracts are ready, and he holds his tablet out for each of you to sign.
I'll take it and sign it without even looking at it.
I'll take it and quickly read it over.
Yeah, it identifies the fee. He's going to pay you 50,000 credits, with an advance of 3K apiece, and 50,000, the remaining 47,000 to be paid about upon completion of doing all the things he listed.
Okay, fine print. It's going to get us. I guess this can get my Hancock. I'll sign it and hand it over to poor Jinx and Lexian.
I will also look it over, and if it seems legit, I'll sign it.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Seeing that those two scrutinized it and then signed it, Lexian's just gonna sign it.
All right. Oh, yeah, he takes it and he goes, "Very well. I'll leave you to it," and kind of like stands there expectantly waiting for you guys to leave his office.
We will take our leave. Thank you.
As you guys exit, kind of have that moment where you're standing in the like lobby, looking at each other, kind of going over things. Marja exits, and she first walks up to 428, and she says, "NG, good to see you again."
Marja,
And she shakes your hand.
always lovely to see you. I
Um,
apologize about this whole situation. I can't imagine how hefty this is on you.
Yes, well, and she kind of like looks over her shoulders, like not wanting to say too much right outside of his office. But if you and your new crew wouldn't mind meeting with me up in my office, I can give you some of those things that you were looking for, and we can go over a few more details.
Of course, yeah. Let's head on there.
Cool. So yeah, you guys kind of take off, start walking with her. She goes over a few things. One, um, she's technically a representative of the New Byron government, so like they own the station, even though Landmark Minerals is like the primary user of it. So Ursha Khan can't actually fire her, but she is a little frustrated because like he has enough power to make her life a pretty like a living hell and to like hinder any potential career progression. So she really does want you guys to like solve this case, and is like happy to like help you guys in any way she can. But she's like, not willing to break the law. That's that. I mean, that's she's. I'll help you guys
Yeah,
as much as I can, but I'm not breaking the law. Like that's
of
I'm
course,
a
of
true
course.
citizen of New Byron. I believe in law and order. Um, yes, and she's also like briefly kind of talks to her assistant and looks at you and she's like, I've set aside an office on the top deck as well if you'd like to conduct any interviews or for you to all to work out of.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Hmm. Station security will work with you, but they will not take orders from you. Again, they are not you're not in command of them. They will work within the law as well as they can to assist you, but that's about it.
Of course,
And
of
for
course.
safety and security reasons, obviously, certain areas of the station you will be required to have an escort to enter. And if you, again, if you fail to uphold New Byron law, even in an attempt to solve this crime, you will be subject to criminal charges. And she kind of like says this. She says it to 428, but she's like looking at the other three because he's like a known quantity, and you guys are some weird looking.
Yeah.
He's a blob in a Hawaiian shirt, but for whatever reason, you three are the more suspect individuals. Um,
I'll just smile at her and be like, "Got it.
yeah,
Recover the ship under any means necessary, but not under any means necessary. Understood."
thank you. Yes, she smiles and nods. Yeah. Um, and yeah, and Urshikan has given me limited access to the personnel records for Landmark Minerals employees, if you'd like them. But and this kind of like this meeting kind of finishes up in her office, and if you have any questions for her, she can answer them now.
Yeah, if you guys want to get any and all paperwork you can over to me, I can start going through that, see if I can find anything that might be useful.
What sort of paperwork would you like?
Um, I need any log records we have of that ship, ships that docked and left during that time, crew on that ship. If any people de- debarked from ships and did not get back on a ship to leave. So just anything I can get with records of inflow and outflow, and then whatever record you have of these employees that I can get, any of it that I can read through, just looking for things that don't make sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, and she like I have Captain Madsen's uh personnel file here, and she sends that over to your tablet. And I will say show to players. There's Hummett Madsen. As far as most of the rest of the things you mentioned, that information can be gathered either down in the docking bay or at the station's bridge. You could check the sensor logs there.
Fantastic.
And the Saber 4 crew that are currently like being held are Zane Furness, an engineer, Yasid Sast, another engineer, Emily Denock, the sensor operator, and Aaron Bupil, the co-pilot and astrogator. But basically, four other crew member for the Saber 4.
And do we have files on them as well?
Yeah, there's kind of general files. Nothing that really jumps out. They're all like similar to Madsen. They're all fairly well respected. Um, and you kind of have to be in charge of or to work on one of the sabers, one of the ore carriers. What would you like to do first?
Um,
Sorry about that. I was in my kitchen.
No, you're
who
good.
would be good at interrogating these guys?
Yeah. Um, I mean, from a physical appearance and intimidation standpoint, Jinx would be pretty solid. Skills wise, that's a good question. Intimidation is a skill, right?
I'm not
Not.
seeing it.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I think it falls under other social skills.
I mean, I
then
am imposing, but I don't talk that well.
yeah.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, I think good cop, bad cop might have to be how we go about it. And good speaker, and then you know, Jinx is scary looking.
Skills like advocate, deception, persuade, or even streetwise can all sort of be used for interrogation.
Oh, I
But you
have
have
all
to
of those.
you have to
I think.
explain how you're doing it to make that skill relevant.
Hmm.
Alexian has a 1 in Streetwise now.
Yes, I do. But I
Hmm.
don't have any of the other ones.
Tag teaming or like multiple people going in. If you do good cop, bad cop, it turns it into a task chain.
I mean, if we talk to the Aslan, I could probably get him to talk.
Well, the Aslan is one of the crew members.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if you need him to
I
talk
mean,
anyway,
I can go
yeah,
talk to him and smash a table.
yeah. You guys could also just talk to people. But yeah.
Well, do we want to divide and conquer? You guys want to handle those guys? I'll gather up information and start reading through logs.
That might be the best bet.
I'll head on down and get the rest of the stuff I need then.
Okay. Yeah. So you heading up actually to the bridge. You let's let's look at the bridge stuff first. So what's kind of we'll split up. What are you looking for first, rather than just like yeah, yeah. What are you looking for first at the bridge,
Um, Bridge
or
is
if
the
you're going
place
down to the
where
docking bay?
I can get like all the reports of coming and goings of ships, right?
Yeah. Sensors and communications equipment is all housed in the bridge.
Okay. Yeah, I would be going through then and just looking for, like I said, docking and debarking um, records, um, manifest logs of different ships, and then I don't know if they keep track of who comes on a ship and who leaves on a ship, but if they had any of that, I will take that
No,
too.
it's yeah. I mean, the only things that are typically checked are, I mean, anytime a secure door is opened, that's logged. That's also not logged in necessarily at the bridge. But like if 3 crew members enter the door at the same time, it's not logging all 3 of them entering.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'll take all the manifests then, and then any communication logs from that ship in particular.
hmm No communication logs. I mean, outside of like when it came into dock, and then you see that um, Captain Madsen's like command codes were used to release the ship to leave.
What about other ships that came and went during kind of that time period?
Quite a
Before and
few.
after.
So the let's see. So we can look at the picture here on the top left. These big ones over here, those are like the ore carriers, the Saber fours. They're like 1,500 tons, and then you have these 60-ton mining ships, and like a couple, like a handful, probably 3 or 4 of them in the 3 day period, 4 day period that the Saber four was docked. At least like 4 of these guys came and went. Um,
Is there any ships on the log that wouldn't fit mining ships, like something out of
no,
place?
no, no, nothing like that would even be allowed to enter the docking bay without like prior authorization, and nothing was like picked up on sensors.
I guess I would after that I guess I would look for if there was crew files on those ships that came and went.
Yeah, yeah, there are. One, I'll say two with the sensor readings, like when you're looking at the Saber 4. Um, uh, will you give me a electronic sensors check? Intellect.
Okay. 14.
So you're looking at when the ship, you're kind of like watching the ship as it's like leaving before its transponder turns off.
Mhm.
Um, you notice that another ship, GT-56, which is like one of those small mining ships, shows that it went to like the same location as the Saber 4 when it was leaving. And they shared the same location for about an hour. And after about that hour, GT-56 continued on its path, just like off into the asteroid belt, whereas the Saber Force transponder ceased pinging.
Okay.
And
I guess with that I would be looking to see what the if there's like I'm assuming this is a company ship. There's company files tell them where it's coming from and when it's expected back and such.
yeah, it is off on a 2 week like deployment into the asteroid belt. It came from the station, left like a little bit after the Saber 4 did. And we will cut back to, or we'll cut down to the interrogation or the questioning while you have that information.
I'll be right back while they're doing that.
Okay.
Um, I apologize. I probably didn't actually like specify it. I probably would have helped with paperwork. I don't know if I could have done any, if I could do anything with interrogations.
Okay.
The two that it leaves for the interrogations are the two that aren't really good at talking.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
What are y'all's socials?
Mine's a 2.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe I will join y'all then. I have a 5, so at least it's only a -1.
Oh crap.
Okay then. Yeah, I guess I would join y'all. Damn.
I think I had 6.
Oh, did you not recover your stats properly?
Yeah, my luck. I completely forgot to
Mhm. Oh,
re-add my
yeah.
luck. Like, I have everything else set right, and I'm like, why is my luck at a -3? Yeah, I think I had 6. I'm like 90% certain I had 6.
Uh, yeah, but you guys get to the small holding cells, and you can see, you know, a couple windows, 4 different windows where these crew are just sitting at metal tables, just kind of sitting there. Some of them are just like head in their hands. Others are just like staring, looking around. They're all just kind of like waiting.
Well, you could always go light and just simply ask some questions, you know? I'm sure everyone wants to be out of here. No one likes interrogation, sure. Should we start out with one of the engineers?
Sure.
Okay.
You've got 2 engineers. You got Zane Furnace, XAIN or Shane Furnace, and Yasid Sast.
Zane, Furnace, and
Yasid Sast.
would you mind spelling that out in chat?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yasid Sast.
And are they all together or are
They're
they
in
like
individual rooms.
okay, great. Perfect.
Along with Captain Madsen, those are the 5 crew members of the Saber 4.
Awesome. Well, team, it looks like got a list of people. Let's guess let's start out with the Hope pilot. I imagine that they would be the closest in proxy to the captain.
Okay, yeah. Aaron or Aaron.
Yeah, yeah, Aaron.
Yeah. So Aaron she's like I said, 42. Varger, she's sitting in the like interrogation room, like kind of scraping one of her like claws on the table, just like kind of with like a tick or twitch, nervous, anxious.
I'll probably look over to Jinx and be like, "Hey, Jinx, you wanna possibly take a lead here?"
Um, hmm.
It's okay if you don't. I can take lead.
Like I said, I don't talk well.
Okay, okay. Well, hopefully
Please,
you'll.
I will help you when needed, but I will stand here and look menacingly.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. How Vargars are usually pretty big, right? Compared to normal
I
humanoids.
think they're more like lithe and slight, if anything. Because
Oh, I see.
I think they have like a negative to their strength modifiers
Oh, oh. Okay, they're more of a
and
slim
plus
then.
to dex. Yeah, they're more dexy than strength.
Yes,
Gotcha.
there's definite bonuses to Dex. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be live in the Asland or big strength, so they're like
Yeah.
all big and hulky.
Mm-mm. Okay. Uh. Well. It is good. Good to meet you. Aran. Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron. All right. Um.
Aaron. Growl. Farker growl.
So I'm sure you know why you're here. Your captain has disappeared with the ship.
No, no.
No.
Captain
Oh.
Madsen would never do something like that.
Oh, I see. What kind of person is your captain, so I can just understand who I'm working with.
He's a great captain, great man. He's uh, his integrity and is unmatched. Yeah.
Okay. Have you did you notice any different behaviors in the last couple days?
I haven't seen him since we docked. I was in my room studying
When was the last time you say you did see him?
when we came into dock for our was it 5 day 4 day
Your stay, yeah.
our 5 day leave, yes, which was 5 days ago.
Okay. Wonderful. Um, before y'all docked, um, has there been any strange behavior around the ship or any new people that you don't usually see?
On the ship.
Yes, on the ship.
No,
No. All of this everyone has been around, all the same folk.
we're stuck in the black for 2 weeks at a time. There's not really any chance for anyone to enter or exit the ship.
Of course, I mean in the last month or two, if there's been anyone different who's come in and out of the ship.
No.
Has anything strange happened on the ship?
It's us showing up for work and it not being there and the captain being missing. No.
Mhm. So nothing strange in the last couple months. Okay. Um, your other crewmates, how are they?
Solid. Good crew.
No, all right. No complaints about any of the other crew.
No.
Have you have there or have you noticed any major damages to the ship that had like needed repair for a while? Any bad maintenance?
No bad maintenance, but it's landmark. Everything's chit and what's a nickel and dime of a credit? A chit and a chin. Everything's a chit and a chin.
Okay, I see. I see.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. She like looks around. I get that, running a business is hard.
Of course. I mean, you can work with what you got, right?
She nods.
Nothing strange of ship maintenance. And no strange communications or messages from unusual people.
No, nothing.
All right. So otherwise, it seems to be a completely normal routine, and out of nowhere, this just happened. I'll look back to Jinx and Lexian. Uh, can y'all think of anything else that might be important to take note of?
Do you know if he has any family?
No, no family. Just us.
Has the captain's scent changed at all?
No, she thinks about it and then shakes her head. No.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate you speaking with us. we are going to go talk to some other people and assess some things. We may possibly be back, but yeah. Thank you for speaking with us.
He just stares at you as you leave.
Yeah, after the door closes. All right. Well, nothing from that.
I mean, it
Maybe.
could have been way worse. I think you did great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Hoping to get more of a lead, but maybe we'll get something out of the next few. And next, I go to Zane.
Yeah, Zane, uh, 36, stocky with curly black hair. One of the engineers. He's sitting there, just kind of like clenching and unclenching his fists.
Hey, Zane. Zane, is it?
Yes, same.
Zane, it's good to meet you. I I am investigating the disappearance of your ship and your captain. I was hoping to come in and maybe find some useful information that could help us on our investigation.
I'll tell you what I know.
And I really appreciate that. Um, to start out, have you noticed any strange behaviors from the captain in the last month?
No,
No.
nothing.
Um, has there been any new crew, new people, someone you've never seen that the captain's either communicated with, talked to, or went to visit?
No, but I don't follow the captain around 24/7 when we're on leave. As soon as we landed, I took the shuttle over to Station 2. I only got back. He like looks at his watch 3 hours ago. Just an hour before we were supposed to depart.
Okay, of course that makes sense. So you were at Station 2 for the entirety of the stay, and since then you've never seen the captain.
No, I got here with the rest of the crew. We found the ship missing, and they brought us here.
All right. Um, so you last saw him at the dock. Hmm. And but otherwise, in the last month, everything has been exactly the same on the ship. There's been nothing strange or weird that's gone on.
No, no, nothing.
Hmm. All right. Um, how do you feel about your captain? Is he a good captain? Is he good to you?
He's great. He's always done right by us. Does right by the company as much as he can, and keeps an eye out for his crew. What's their yeah? He didn't do this. There's no way the captain did this. That's not that's not who he is.
That's the trend I'm seeing from a lot of people.
That's the way it is. It's not a trend. It's just the way it is.
Right,
He's getting
yeah.
like a little defensive about the captain. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So yeah, it definitely seems like a lot of people hold him in high esteem. I'm sure you must be quite flustered by the amount of people who possibly think he may have done this.
He just kind of looks at you.
Right. But what checks are there? Oh, I don't have anything investigation. What would be the equivalent of a um an insight check?
There isn't really one. Uh, it's let's see.
Is it a justify thing? Like justify your reason for why you want to use blank skill?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jinx, could you possibly?
Maybe deception. It takes a liar to know a liar.
Yeah, you could use deception.
Okay, because I was thinking the logic of like streetwise, like you just know from
Yeah.
seeing people and conversations.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I have a 0 in it, so I could do it, but you're definitely much better at it.
I mean,
Game recognized game. Yeah, deception. Investigation to like spot holes in the story. Yeah, recon or streetwise to like sense something doesn't drive. Recon would be weird, but streetwise, yeah.
I will streetwise it. That sounds smart.
Okay, just checking to see if he's
Yeah. See if he's on the up and up.
okay.
I'll like subtly just look over to Jinx too and say like, he seems to really think his captain is one of the best out there. Must be a good captain. What do you think? As trying to like subtly say like something seems like off about how he's speaking about the captain.
Okay.
And
And
can Varger smell fear?
I don't think
oh,
so.
that would be cool.
No, not quite.
Can
Yeah.
we retcon it as to yes, she can? Because that would be great.
No.
How
That's
would
too
you try
powerful.
that?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm assuming Streetwise is not
Well,
Dex or Endurance based,
He smells like fear.
so it's just a 9.
Yeah, it's probably like int.
Yeah, the rest of mine are 0. So if it's not Endurance and Dex, then it's just normal.
No, like nothing really seems to be nothing like nothing seems off about what he was saying or how he was saying it. You can with the streetwise you could sense like his loyalty to his captain, but it's not like him protecting his captain, it's him defending his captain.
Huh, interesting. I guess this is a good captain, and I tried to hint that he seems on the up and up.
Right. Let's I guess let's shift our investigation more towards people in proxy to the captain. The captain doesn't seem to be at fault here. Kind of saying that out loud, specifically for him to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you haven't seen the captain during any of this time, and nothing new has happened, then I guess we will review some evidence and possibly get back to you. Thank you for speaking with us.
Yeah, sure thing.
And we'll make sure that the captain is not held guilty for this and he gets his justice. Don't worry. And then I take my leave. All right. 2 more people. Hopefully one of them has some more information. Guess we'll go to Emily next.
Okay. Yeah, Emily. 33 years old, sensor operator. You walk in and you notice like that a large part of the left side of her face is scarred, but a lot of it has been covered over with like black tattoos. But she's got like this kind of like intense look on her face because she's got these tattoos and scarring. And she's sitting there just watching and waiting.
Hi, Emily, is it? Is that correct?
She nods.
Great. So we're here to investigate what happened with the ship and hopefully find your captain. And I just wanted to ask you a few questions to see if you could help us in any way. When was the last time you saw your captain?
Uh, it would have been last night. Wait, let me look at that. My Yeah, I Saw him last night.
Last
Oh,
night.
no, that's not right. That's not right. The ship
we-
left. The ship was stolen 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I saw him 2 days ago. 3 days
Okay.
ago. Let me do my math.
Uh,
3 days ago. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Where'd you see him?
I was in the casino. I was gambling, and I think he was there having a drink. But I was on a hot streak, so I didn't really pay attention to him.
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah, of course. Good winnings that night?
Yeah, 6K.
6K. Wow. That's a great night. Good for
No
you.
kidding. Yeah, more than I started with. Yeah.
All right. And you think you saw him taking a drink down at that casino. What casino was it?
It's just the casino on the middle on the lower deck. This the station's casino. Station only has one casino.
Okay, okay. So it was the main casino. Got it, got it.
Yeah,
Um, did you see
lower
him
deck.
sitting or lower deck? Of course. Thank you. Did you see him talking with anyone or was he by himself?
Like I said, I didn't really pay him any attention.
That's fair.
I just saw him
Yeah.
at the bar. I don't know if he was sitting with people or if he was drinking on his own and just sitting next to the patrons. I didn't pay attention.
Okay. Yeah, I mean perfectly reasonable. You're having a good night. Why would you be looking out for that? Um, yeah, so in the last month, have you noticed the captain doing any strange behaviors?
No,
Okay. And also in the last month, have you had any new people come to the ship or any like comms from people you've never heard of before? Any mentions of new people?
no.
Okay, great. Um, hmm. And last question. Uh, how is your captain? Is he good to you?
Yeah, always. He's fair, treats us right.
Great, yeah. He man, he seems like a great captain. Everyone loves him. Hoping we could find him. That's what our goal is. I mean, obviously the ship too, but missing person's a little more important to me.
Owns the
Um,
company hear you that say that.
oh, yeah, that's fair, that's fair. But we'll keep it between you and me. Yeah. Um, hmm. And you like your crew too? All treat you well?
Yeah, they're fine.
All right, right on. Well, I appreciate your time. We will review some stuff and possibly get back to you. But I hope your day goes a bit better and you get to get back out and stretch your legs a little bit. Thank you for speaking with us.
Sure thing.
And I'll take my leave. Well, the news of the casino is definitely great. That's definitely something we need to follow up on. Uh, I'm I'm gonna go talk to this next guy. Yesid, Yesid, yeah. Y'all are welcome to stay in the room with me, or you're welcome to go catch up with Starheart and take the lead of that casino. Whatever y'all feels best.
All right. I will just to kind of keep things rolling because he's the last person you have to talk with.
Hmm.
In terms of like all the questions, most of the questions you've asked, if those are kind of the same questions you're going to ask him,
Yeah, yeah.
he like no like change in the captain's like behavior or anything like that in the last month. No new strange characters. Yasid spent most of his 5-day leave with his sister, who also she's a maintenance worker on the station, and his 2 nephews who live there. He spoke with the captain last 4 days ago, which was their second night on the station. The 2 of them got dinner together, and they just kind of went over what the ship's kind of primary engineering needs are, that sort of stuff, and just kind of hung out and chatted. It was casual and nothing nothing out of the ordinary came up during their
Yeah,
dinner.
a friendly coworker lunch
Yeah.
or dinner. Okay. Yeah, then with this information, probably take it all and head back to Lockhart to figure out what he found out.
All right, Gino. You found that, and then you wanted what, crew readouts for the mining ships?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Okay. Do you want from all the mining ships or the leading question, or the one that
We'll do the one that made the rendezvous.
Okay. Let's see. The one that made the rendezvous, there are 4 crew. Art Fonro, who's the captain. Kari Gimsa, who is the what is she? Sensor operator. Boris Davlin, who is a engineer, mechanic, and then Ali Timon, who is their drill turret operator.
And have any of them started recently, or they've all been with the company for a while?
Boris has been with the company 10 years. Ali's been with the company 3 years. The captain, Hart Fonro, has been with the company 7 years. And Kari Gimsa has been with the company 8 years. Here, one sec. Oops. There you go. There are their personnel files.
uh, I guess I'd take those and go and meet up with everyone wherever we're going to meet up.
All right. Yeah, you've got your offices on the upper deck of A module if you want to go there or wherever you like.
That seems like a good rendezvous point.
Yeah. So yeah, you all rendezvous back at your office, or the office space that's been set aside for you.
Awesome.
I suppose we'll pass the information back and forth.
Okay.
So, I'm interested if the crew know if the captain had any relationship with the people on the ship. But this casino thing could be big. If he was there talking to somebody at the casino, that'd be a huge lead. So maybe we go there next.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, especially seeing that he didn't have any family, and basically this, I mean, his crew seems to really like him. So, um, maybe just got pulled into the wrong situation. But let's take some logs at the or from the casino and see if we can't at least catch who he was walking in with.
Like the security cameras.
Yeah,
Okay.
security footage. I'm sure it's a casino. I'm sure they have plenty.
Yeah. 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 So, uh, for the security cameras in the casino, someone is going to make the investigation check to kind of go through the footage, and someone else can assist. But we'll take like one roll for So someone can get it. Whoever's going to roll it, and then someone else, whoever's going to assist them, can give them a boon.
You guys want me to sort the stuff?
And it's going to take an hour to go through it all.
I don't have any investigation.
I have a 0 in it. Then I think as int the stat, I'll roll with it.
Int, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'd have a +2 overall.
Okay, I'd have a -2.
And then a boon.
Oh, that's true. Well,
I mean, it definitely makes more sense for the person with the plus to roll on it.
All right,
yeah.
I'll roll then. Oh, that boon might have mattered. One of those is a 1.
Oof.
There's a 6 and a 4, so that's a 10 plus my 2, so a 12.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you take the 60 minutes and you kind of feed through all the camera footage until you get where Captain Madsen is sitting and drinking at the bar. And from the personnel files you got and those like the photos and everything, you see that he is sitting and drinking with Hart Fonro, the captain of the mining ship, as well as Boris Davlin, the engineer, and then there's another Varger there sitting with him eating or drinking. Will you give me one more investigation check or recon?
Yeah.
With int.
Does that one get a boon or is it just a regular?
Does 428 have any recon or investigate skill? Or actually, why don't you roll investigate with no boon, and then 428 can roll the recon, as you guys are watching their interactions as they're talking and drinking. It seems friendly enough. It seems jovial.
I have an 8.
Recon. Ooh, okay. What's recon adding?
Still int.
Int. Okay. So a 9.
9. Okay. Yeah, you guys see them again. Seems jovial, and then they're there for maybe an hour or two, and you see the three men that Madsen's with. They all kind of stand up, and Madsen's kind of stumbling, seems to be pretty intoxicated, and they sort of like escort him, help him out, and head up to the middle deck, so where the staterooms are.
Can we grab is there any point where we can get a good clear picture of the third guy, the guy that didn't fit any of the profiles we knew?
Yeah, you can. And if you want to run like a facial off of the company records or anything like that,
Yeah.
that is going to be a computer sensors check. You can also just take a pic. You can also just get a picture of get a picture of his face if you want.
Well, we'll get I think we'll start out with the sensors check. If that doesn't do any good, we'll do the picture. Is it sensors with education then?
Give me 1 sec. I'm trying to find the right thought. Flip. Thank you much. Computer electronics computers. Sorry. Int or education, your choice.
Okay. If it's computers and I do an int, I get a +2. Does anybody beat that?
I can get a +3.
+3? All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's on you then.
All right. Sensors check.
You got this.
Oh, it's not sensors, it's computers.
It's computers.
Oh, still a +3.
Yeah, that's my bad.
No, you're good. 12.
12. You you run and you're kind of flipping through personnel files and looking at it because again the station doesn't have a massive amount of personnel, especially in Varger personnel even fewer, and this Varger has a pretty distinctive scar on his fur, so you identify him as Daryl Malik. And here's his personnel file. He is 38, Varger, been on the station. He's actually just a dock crew worker on the station. He is not like mining crew.
Okay.
So that guy should be here, right?
Sorry, where did you drop his information?
He's in the handouts.
Handouts. Got it.
Ooh, I
I
also,
see.
fun fact, saw that Mongoose is getting ready to put the rules and stuff for Traveler into Roll20. So at some point, hopefully in the near future, we can use like Roll20 character sheets.
Yay!
Which will make life way easier.
That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Any last things you guys want to do before we end?
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I feel like picking up next session, going and trying to find this guy to talk to him probably the way to go.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. Speaking of next session, do we? Oh, let's see. 2 weeks is like the 30th and the 31st. 30th is back on a Saturday. But that's like New Year's weekend. I don't know if people are like out of town or traveling.
I mean, I'm not doing anything because I'm bland.
Yeah. Currently, I have no plans.
Hopefully, I'm doing nothing. That's the goal.
I don't have
All right.
anything planned.
We mark that down.
30th.
Sure.
30th. Alrighty. We'll pick it up there. And as the hunt for the Saber 4 continues.
Yes.
Awesome. Sounds good.
All right, folks. Well, I hope everyone has a happy Merry Christmas or
You too.
Hanukkah
Happy
season.
holiday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Happy holidays,
Holidays.
Merry Christmas / however you want it to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever you got going on.
Yes,
Whatever you
and
got
I
going
hope
on this
everybody
year.
had a happy Hanukkah if they celebrated, because that was
Yeah.
last week.
I
yeah.
always love the Smokey Robinson, the Chinooka. Happy Chinooka.
Good
All
old
right.
Chinooka.
The old Chinooka. He knows what it is now, though. He has said. Smokey Robinson has said he has learned what Chinooka is and how to pronounce it. All right, folks. Well, everyone have a